welcome to a Drycha Mortal Empires campaign. This is going to be my first look at the campaign. I'm super excited. It's going to be some pretty crazy stuff. And yeah, we got some early access to the Twilight, or the Twisted and the Twilight DLC. And I think I'm one of the first people to actually cover Drycha. I've seen all the other campaigns covered, so I thought it'd be quite a good fun time. We put up a poll yesterday, and this was one that you guys voted for, so we are indeed going to be looking at Drycha. I'm going to get chat up on my phone in just a second, but we can go through Drycha first a little bit, then I'll say hello to you guys and we'll hop into the campaign. So Drycha, of course, is an evil and twisted dryad all round, but we are still going to be a Wood Elf faction. We are called the War Grove of Woe and have a pretty damn cool sigil. Looks like blood dripping from a tree there. So, as for the faction effects, our upkeep is going to be minus 10% for all Dryads, Treekin and Treemen, which of course, very thematic. Drycha does not like elves, despite the fact she is in the Wood Elf faction. Historically, she hates them. She's always trying to kind of get them out of Athaloran and a scheme to kind of overthrow them and the like. And because of that, we are going to have a 10% upkeep as well to all elf units, which makes complete sense. We start with an extra amber, which is really nice. The whole amber system has changed. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the Sisters campaign so far. So you're probably aware of the amber change. We can go through it when we do indeed pop in. All elf units are glamoured, reducing their combat power and making them expendable. That's really funny. So we actually make all the elf units worse because we are indeed Drycha, but again, it makes sense thematically because all our tree units are indeed going to be better, or at least we can get some that are a bit better. Our Lord effects are going to be minus 5 public order to the local enemy province, and our weapon strength and melee attack is going to be buffed on all our Dryads, 10% weapon strength and 5 melee attack, which is some pretty cool stuff. We are going to be starting with some giant wolves, and this is one of the really cool things about Drycha. She actually gets some kind of like wild animals of Athaloran helping her in the form of giant wolves. You get units of hawks, which are basically hawk riders without the elves on top, and a few other ones as well, which I'm sure we'll be jumping through. We have Malevolent Dryads, so they're basically Dryads with Frenzy and a pretty cool colour scheme. And Dryads all around did get buffed recently. They have increased speed now, allows them to chase routing units a little bit quicker and pop around the flanks. We also have a Malevolent Treeman as well, who is armor piercing, Forest Spirit of course, and now all Forest Spirits apart from the Forest Dragon can Vanguard, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, Frenzy, Terror causing, big nasty. Of course that physical and missile resistance are going to come in quite handy as well. So a new part of the game as well as far as campaign goes is Chaos Invasions can now be turned off, kept on, gone hard, very hard and legendary. Because I'm just going to be having fun with this, I don't normally really do campaigns, we're just going to keep everything and the basics and see how that goes. It's probably still going to struggle, knowing me. Looks like our starting position is going to be Griffin Woods in the middle of Empire land, which is pretty exciting stuff. So for our race attributes, we do have Forest Healing, heal the world's forests in return for powerful faction-wide bonuses. Of course, in the normal campaign with the Sisters, this is your entire goal. Because we're doing Mortal Empires, I think we're just going to have to set our own goals and see how it goes from there. World Roots and Deep Roots. Wood Elf armies can use a network of ancient tree roots to avoid impassable terrain and travel vast distances between forests. So, of course, we could already travel between terrain and stuff. But yeah, the new one is you can jump between all these new locations, which are these large magical forests, which we're going to attempt to heal in a multitude of different ways. Forest Spirits focused unit roster with a variety of instantly recruitable wild spirits and beasts. So it looks like some fun stuff. We're going to hop in here in just a second. I'm going to get chat up on my phone quickly. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Drycha, what's up, Tom Wood? How's it going, man? I'm just going to put my phone in its charger. There we go. And just let me know as well if the camera gets too dim at any point. I do have a new light I can pop on my face as well. But here we go, guys. From the fringes of the Empire Forest come worrying rumours of trees that come alive, hungry for blood. The anger and woe of the Dryads is not random, however, for the forest does not distinguish good from evil, but smites all external threats, as well as those living within considered interlopers, hence elves. Drycha has long examined every action of the Azrai of Athaloran, and by the will of the Elder Ancients, she is determined to succeed where she is convinced they will fail. She doesn't really back her Wood Elf brethren too much. I'm pretty sure in lore at some point she like tries to kill Orion or something, like freezes him. Yeah, so she's not the nicest of persons. And as a big Wood Elf fan, it's gonna be a bit weird playing a Wood Elf faction who hates the elves, as they tend to be my favourite part of the faction overall. But yes.
Mighty leader of Dryads, though you have been exiled from Athaloran, your purpose here is clear. Men of the Empire, brazenly hack and burn woodlands that have stood since the Forgotten Season, heedless of their folly. Nourish the world roots with their blood.
Yes,
But
I'm all about
your
that.
true enemy will always be the Azure. They claim to be the forest's allies, but are as unreliable as any interloper and are not to be trusted. Tear down their halls. Finish what Goadil started. Above all, Athelloren must be your final goal. For the Oak of Ages will surely wither in the meddling hands of the elves. Instate yourself as its true guardian, and make them rue the day they trespassed upon your sacred home. The Azure are pretenders, Briar Maven of Woe. It is time to show that your kind are the true sentinels of the forest. Punish your enemies, bring life back to the woodlands, and bloodshed to those who dare oppose you.
Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to be making that my final goal indeed, to try and take back the Oak of Ages. How they play, let's have a quick look through, see if there's anything important, but it's pretty much what we spoke about before. Perform various actions such as securing the borders or the heathland regions that border them. The Wood Elves can increase the health of a magical forest and perform rituals of rebirth there, thus permanently restoring their connection to the world roots. So once you fix a wood, like all the way fully up, you don't have to actually really bother with it anymore. You don't have to go back there, which is quite nice. Looks like all normal stuff. Obviously you have the elf glamour in here, which ancient Kodal prevents her from recruiting certain elven lords and heroes. Okie dokie, so maybe we won't be able to get Orion and the like if we do kill him. Elven units do not fight for the Wargrove voluntarily and instead are glamoured under a spell to believe they fight for their queen Ariel. That's really dark, okay? So they think they're fighting for the right reasons, but they're not. That's some good old brainwashing. But it does reduce certain fighting attributes, but increases their leadership. Okay, so elf units will have better leadership, but overall their stats are going to drop. And your overall tree spirit lords and heroes tend to be more powerful, which is to be expected. Wild spirits and beasts, as we said before, we're going to be getting a lot of them. Aspects tree spirit units in Drycha's faction can shift between aspects that provide bonuses and penalties that alter their role in combat. That's pretty cool because we're going to be losing a little bit of variety. In fact, we can't bring so many elves, so the fact we can switch up our dryads and the like will be pretty cool. So aspects can only be changed in between battles and at a cost. Select a unit and click the aspect button to see what upgrades are available. Cool stuff. We also have a court as well. So, chapter objective issued. At the start of your turn, have at least 100 forest health in the Griffin Wood, which is obviously our starting location here. The Denizens of Athelloren are forever linked to the weave of existence, the web of life and death that binds all living things. Where discord reigns, the weave thins, and the Azrite diminish. Thus must the forest protectors venture into the world, restoring nature's balance, which is a pretty cool idea. This is definitely a Skaven stronghold right here. This 100% ruined force with the Skaven hanging outside. Let's have a little look at our build. So we're coming in with Drycha, of course, our legendary lord. We can look through all her stuff in a little bit. Any questions, guys, on the new DLC, feel free to ask. I've looked through it for a little bit, so I can answer some questions, hopefully. So these guys do have some buff on them, it would seem. Maybe because they're the malevolent ones. And we have some Deepwood Scouts as well. Big Tree Man, Giant Wolf, and all that good stuff. So we do have... Oh, looks like a Waystalker. We're probably just going to pop straight into the army.
I will stop them.
Because we are going to move on the Skaven in just a second. And then you see the big forests in general, massive cities, which is quite nice because I think if you claim like other territory, they're still like small little villages and stuff in comparison. So, ooh. Yeah, we can get branch... Oh, the branch wraiths of shadows. I thought that was the Dryads. But getting a branch wraith would be useful, as well as the tree kin. Much more useful than the shooting. This would be an interesting campaign on Legendary, because I know combat stats are changed a lot more. But we'll have a little look through that in a second. Let's go kill some rats. So it's saying it's relatively even, yes, because of the garrison. We've got to be careful of the Globadiers here, because we're not really going to be able to shoot them from range too well. But apart from that, the Dryads will tear through absolutely everything here quite quickly. So, do we have an Arrows of Kronos off the bat? Probably not. And is that the Glamoured? So Glamoured is minus 10% reload skill and minus 5 melee attack for him. That's pretty scary stuff. But hop in hand, we'll see how it goes. No elves allowed, exactly. All those elves, those pesky elflins are going to be indeed banned. As we take on Garrett of Mordheim. Which doesn't really sound like a rat. It sounds more like a man of the Empire. But in we come, and should be some good stuff. I'm really excited to try out more of the Wargrove of Woe tactics and stuff. I really like Drycha in the multiplayer scene. I think she's very good. Okay, we're definitely going to gamble. We're going to probably push them very quickly to try and get there before their allies do indeed turn up. And the best part about this army is, bam, we can Vanguard literally everything. It's so good. It's a change I'm really happy about in general, especially in the multiplayer scene for Wood Elves. That so many of their units can indeed Vanguard now. Let's get Deepwood Scouts going around here. Let's put the wolves in the forest. Like, the fact you can get a Vanguard in Tree Man is just so badass. Cool, we'll put you with them. Drycha right in the front. She's going to be coming in with the Roused here, which is the Roused to Wrath, which means we're going to be able to summon 2 units of Dryads. And I did a little bit of testing, and basically once you drop the first one, by the time it disappears, you can then get the second one up, like, straight away, maybe even just before. So it's quite useful. You actually get them for a decent amount of time. Let's link all our troops together now. Let's put you guys in a group.
Orders.
Target Wolves. Get you guys together as well. Doesn't look like we start. Oh, we start with some spells. So we do have Melkoff's Mystifying Miasma, as well as Enfeebling Foe, which is nice to know. And of course, Drycha does come in with Fanatical Resolve, which is a really cool ability all round. So when she drops below 75% health, everything in the area of effect gains plus 5% base weapon damage and 5 melee attack, and that rises. You know, when she gets below 50% health, below 25% health, and so forth, it just gets more and more insane. So cool. Let's press start deployment and get ready to rumble. So initially, definitely want to get you guys targeting the poison winds. Let's go there. And everything else can start to advance. Send it that way. Tree Man, we're going to just try and push straight through, and Drycha can come in here for a good time. Pop our little wolves into the back line. And start shutting them down, and we will summon a second unit. Dryads, and then chase them down. As long as we get the Globadiers gone, we're going to be completely fine here. I mean, we'll be fine anyway, but we'll take far less damage. Let's bounce the Tree Man around a little bit. All good.
Deepwood archers.
Cool. Yeah, we can help continue to finish them off. And you can see all the little screaming rats shall run before the might of the trees. Giant Wolves going to be pretty useful in this campaign as well, considering most of our units will be combat focused. There isn't any long range tree units, I don't think. I think there is an Age of Sigmar, but it's not something that's been brought into the game yet. So let's regroup all our lines, apart from you guys. Actually, no, you can cut back. We'll get the Giant Wolves chasing over there. Again, let's just advance into the big blob. We can use the Tree Man as a bit of a ping cushion from these Night Runners and the like. Actually, switch targets to you. Get involved in the big blob. And might as well rack them and Enfeebling Foe down on Skaven Slaves. Such overkill, their stats are horrendous now. 0 everything, pretty much. Cool, and all is well. Looks like our summon has gone down now. Thought we completely lost a unit there. I was like, oh, you can see literally just a couple of seconds later you can summon the next unit, which is nice. Summon in the back. Just completely crump this formation. We can bring the wolves back as well and just get them on the Night Runners. I'm not too fussed if my Tree Man just starts taking a bit of damage. Oh, it looks like their lords actually pushed all the way through, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
So let's just put you guys on kite mode. We can bring you back. Cool. So the only problem here is going to be the kiting of the Night Runners, which is fine, as our wolves will be returning to the fray as well. Where are they? Oh, so they got caught up a little bit. At this point we can just spread out and chase everything down. Cool, looks like their lord has been finished in glorious 1-1. Let's stop them running away so we can actually hunt them down again. I'll get you guys start focusing the night runners. Yeah, Drycha is pretty cool. I like some of her animations as well. It looks like she has real derpy hands though, like these big claws. They're pretty fun stuff too. It is a victory! We're undefeated. The legendary Drycha is unbeatable apparently. Cool stuff. So only lost 47 troops and absolutely butchered a ton. Of course, a lot of them were rats, so we're not going to be getting crazy value. But like some of these units, 10,000 HP damage is pretty insane stuff. You'd have to wait for this to fully load before you can kind of look through all of them, however. What's up, Valkanos? So I don't think so. I don't think so. Does the Dryad Summon do damage when cast? It looks like an explosion. So I literally was testing this out with Wyvern the other day, and I don't think it does any damage. It looks like a small awakening would. It was kind of hard to tell because I was looking through replays what we had fought, so I can test that out. We'll do that next battle actually. We'll pop it on someone and see how it goes. The Wolves though, getting 831 value is pretty lovely stuff all round. And what do we want to do with our slaves here? We don't really need the health, but I mean we're probably going to go on the warpath and just take the garrison, I guess, so we'll abduct slaves for now. But yeah, I don't think it does damage. What's up, Markin? Hello people, hello. Wait, what are giant wolves? Is it new Wood Elf unit? So, the Drycha in her campaign gets several like forest spirit units, which are the giant wolves. In fact, I can show them off here. So these units are just to her, like the sisters won't get this, Orion won't get this, or any of that stuff, and it's because your elf units are a bit weaker, so it gives you a bit more variety. So we have giant wolves, we have the special dryads, we have cave bats, which of course is fell bats, we have feral manticores, great hawks, and giant spiders, and great hawks particularly look incredibly awesome. So hopefully we get some of them soon. Looks like we have revealed Clan Creepus, and their stronghold, which is all good, which is Mordheim. Which I swear is the name of the game. Which maybe I'm completely misremembering that, but let's get the added campaign range. But yeah, we can show off some of her stuff here. So Codil Unchained is one of our unique, I suppose, end goals here, which looks pretty cool. So the quest will automatically begin at rank 5, and we will gain a ton of bonuses. So attacks cause the dampening effect, reducing magic resistance, so we can kill those pesky Dowie. Orcum's Mind Razor will be cheaper as well, and we gain the passive ability Fang of Talroth, which is also in the multiplayer, which is quite useful. Basically, everyone around them, it says at the bottom here, it's map wide. Oh, don't know if it's map wide on multiplayer, perhaps it is. Is a plus 15 ability recharge to anyone nearby, and we also enable the completion of the quest chain to free the imprisoned legendary hero. So because Drycha obviously has mad beef with Ariel, they really do not get on at all. Instead of being able to summon her, we can summon him instead, and he's this big, fearsome, think Durfu, but more insane, which I know is quite tough. Looks like we can get this Skewing Branch as well, so just increasing all tree units, and that's going to be a rather big theme. Skin in the Woods, plus 10% ward safe Treekin. And Treekin now, guys, are much better, I think. They hit a lot harder than they used to. And yeah, we can just basically pimp up all the kind of special woodland creatures. Is there anything very special at the end we can get? Looks like the standard stuff, Arcane Conduit, and all that goodness. Oh, we do get Mantra of the Fallen, however. Ooh. Roused by Wrath, ability gains an additional charge and infinite range. You can summon Dryads wherever you want on the map. That's insane. So that's very cool. Yeah, so let's just push on here as well. We need to pimp up our Waystalker a little bit. We will give him Arrows of Chemos, because it's just so useful. Let's go take the city, and that's just not a resolve, I'm afraid. Yes. Can Drycha confederate anyone? Just Durfu says will, and that's good because I don't know. I basically tried to avoid all campaign footage whatsoever because I knew I was going to do one campaign. So I know a little bit because I saw some of the official Total War streams and the like, and I think I caught a bit of Lore Master of Sotex as well, one of his campaigns. But no one's done this one yet, so I thought I'd hop in. So let's occupy the lands, I think. +5 local magic forests. Only +1, but +1 per turn, I suppose, and we get to keep the settlement, which we should probably do to start with, I guess. And we destroyed the faction. Clan Creepers has faced our wrath, which is always good, and it's going to be in a good little power base here as well. It's going to allow us to recruit some units, although that's from the global bar, so let's see what we can do here. Let's just repair for now. So gain some Hawk Riders, gain Treekin. Extra growth. Do we need the growth? I mean, we don't need to build warriors here. We can actually pop back across the wood. So I'm actually just going to pop a waystone down here for now. To allow us to hold this. And yeah, I think that'd be fine for now. If we come over to the main one here as well, our main little forest for now, you can see the forest health has increased by battles and raising. So this turn is going to increase by 4. And this nice little meter up top of what level you need to get it to. Get it all the way down there to the 80 and 100 range. And yeah, you can start leveling up and all that good stuff. But cool. So pretty successful first turn. Let's have a little look at the research tree here. And the research tree being completely reworked, which I'm sure you guys are aware of if you've seen the Sisters of Twilight. Although it looks like we're probably going to have a few different of these special technologies. But all around, yeah, the amber system's completely changed. You only use amber now for these central research points. All the other ones are kind of basic stuff that you'd expect, but a lot of them are new and have been completely changed from the previous ones. They're much better in my opinion, and I think it's worked in a better way. Of course, so we do need to get the Morai Heg of the Crone, which will increase our campaign line of sight, which is useful anyway, and better public order. If we look at these center ones, there should be some pretty cool stuff. Oh no, it looks like it may be for everyone. So you see they're a bit more kind of elite, I suppose. Like you get the bound spell Flock of Doom on all tree men, and Law of Beast spells are cheaper. Expert charge defense on Eternal Guard and settlements, 10% as well on income. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. That one could be useful. Fire resistance, 25% for Dryads, Treekin, and Tree Men. That'd be very nice, in fact. Newberry, Wisdom of Poplar. Plus 25 growth could be useful early on as well. Physical resistance for cave bats, feral manticores, giant spiders, great hawks, and giant wolves is going to be very, very useful for us, I think, because we're going to be using a lot of them. But minus upkeep for Dryads, Treekin, and Treemen as well is going to be very good. Missile resistance. Oh, so much to choose from. So much. Oh, we can make giant wolves and giant spiders have stalk. And passive ability, death blow for Dryad, Treekin, and Treemen units. Oh, okay, so when they're near death they hit a bit harder, but that's not too amazing. We don't really need the ammunition. So I think the minus upkeep is a good place to start. Because, yeah, we're not going to struggle with money early on, but it's just going to add up and help, and most of our force will be built out of them. These guys can be brought pretty cheap as well, so let's get one of you, and another one of you in. It's good to see, and let's increase Drycha. So, could give a Dark Heart, which is going to increase Cave Bats, Feral Manticores, Giant Spiders, Great Hawks, Lardy-Dardy, which should be quite nice, but I think we want to give it a little bit more magic, because I really want to get Pendulum as soon as possible, so we are going to pop into Melkov's Mr. Fun Masma to kick it off. So let's go there, and our Waystalkers had a nice little increase as well. Which, what do we want to do with him? Probably the Eye of Kurnos. Plus 10% base missile damage could be useful because everyone around him. And we will have some missile troops still, despite the fact that they're not going to be quite as useful. And the real question is, where do we go next, guys? I'm going to leave it up to you. And see where we want to raid. So we can either push to the right here and take on Ostermark, or go left and take on, God, I'm going to butcher this name, Talabekland, which is maybe the direction we want to go, as we do eventually slowly want to start to push towards the Oak of Ages. At the same time, the Forest of Gloom is down south as well. We'll have a quick look at diplomacy. Looks like no one particularly likes us, which is fair. We're quite a vengeful spirit all round. And here, guys, you can see the offices as well. So people might not have seen this yet because it's going to be different to the sisters one. But of course, Drycha is the handmaiden of Cordil there, which makes a lot of sense, which means we're going to get a bonus when fighting against elves. So +5 melee attack, plus 10% weapon strength to our entire army, which is very useful. We have Speaker of the Lost on this left-hand side as well, which gives the character the title of the Lost, replaces the Glamoured passive ability. Ooh, that's useful. So they're still expendable, but it gives them extra leadership still. Okay. So not as... I thought it was going to like really help out the elves quite a lot there. Speaker of the Embittered as well down here, going to give us character replenishment rate plus 25% for Dryad units, minus upkeep for Dryads, and Unbreakable. That's useful. Speaker of the Wild is going to help out with bonus versus large for all our feral beasties and give them Perfect Vigor, or the character Perfect Vigor. And Speaker of the Forgotten is the last one here. Gives us greater Arcane Conduit, so that's pretty useful, and Treemen buffs basically to upkeep melee defense. Cool, so pretty exciting stuff, and we'll have to see how it goes. What's up, Briggsy? How's it going, man? Yeah, she's pretty cool, man. She's pretty cool. Yeah, don't know if you can still get everyone because, yeah, he's pretty vengeful and crazy, but he doesn't hate the elves as much as Drycha. Drycha's like full on.
The Oak of Ages are of utmost importance to your kind. Restoring the Great Forest will require a much greater healing effort than of anywhere else.
Of course.
However, healing other forests will also contribute to Ataloran's health.
Good to see. So maybe we want to go a little bit more south to this other forest, the Forest of Gloom. But first of all, what we need to do, actually, while I think about it, is we kind of want to start beef with everyone because we want to clear out all of these forces around the forest, as that'll help us heal it. And we have got that technology now there for the minus upkeep, and we're making pretty decent money as well. Maybe Deepwood Scouts with Magic Staff might be good for a rush build. There's a lot of exciting rush stuff you can do for Wood Elves now. I've got a lot of videos that are going to come out to show you guys. Let's go to the clan to make way for the Oak of Ages. Make way! So, let's see, we've got Drycha here.
Lends its fauna to your cause wherever you roam.
Oh, they're talking about these spirits. That's fine. That's fine, little buddy. We know about them. So, yeah, I mean, we want beef with both of these sections, really. Obviously, I only want to take one at a time. This has pastures as well, and I would like to remove some pastures from the Empire forces. Let's see what the garrisons are looking like. It's not too shabby, but they shouldn't have walls, I wouldn't think. So we can kind of go 1, 2, and then pop up here for 3, perhaps. And as you can see, we have the minus effects from some of these nations, one of which is this location, I guess because they don't like us very much as well, whereas some of the other ones are more neutral. So if we make allies with people, it will also help heal the forest. Basically, the forest doesn't like a lot of war going down. So let's pop over here. There we go. It says it's an even fight, but what speed do we have? 95 speed up against 90 speed, so yeah, we'll simply hunt down the Pistoliers, and the Dryads will cleanse the world of swordsmen and spearmen alike, especially with help from the tree man. So I'm pretty confident here that we should be all good. Yes, yes. She looks super cool. She is super cool. Hi Marcin, how's it going? We'll test the Dryad summon this time to see if it does damage, but I don't believe it does. I think it's just a rather cool effect. Let's gamble. We don't do none of that 10 wounds of magic rubbish. There we go. And we've got a load of woods we can fight in. Glorious. Let's line everyone up. We are going to Vanguard, of course. Oh, no. Don't come out of the game. Oh, I'm so used to making videos that instead of pressing Alt, I come out of the game to check like OBS and stuff. So we're going to get real aggressive. And come from the trees. Let's have one wolf there and just a one in the pack. Group them together. Let's Of course, there is the change mechanic as well to now shooting out from trees, which does not apply for artillery. So artillery still can't shoot through trees, but archers can for the first second of the release of the arrow, for example. So maybe if we were here and we fired, we might still catch some of these end trees, but the ones right in front of us aren't going to affect our fire, which is a massively good improvement. But I am very happy that artillery still does hit trees and stuff, because otherwise artillery boxes camping in trees would make me cry. Like, they'd be so bad. Dowie games all round. So let's go in. Let's advance on the pesky Empire.
Yes,
Oh, no good. That one. Let's just get all our Dryads. Get real Drycha with the downhill charge straight into the Spearman. Drop this here and see if it does any damage. I don't think so. I don't think so. If it is any damage, it is minute. So you guys are chasing away those pistoliers. You guys need to get back. Looks like you got caught up a little bit. Push into the back line here.
Deepwood archers! Let's have you!
We got our 3 men as well, slowly getting after them. We'll start hunting down those pesky pistoliers. It looks like we have managed to catch them on that flank, which is good to know. Let's start whistling down the enemy archer line where possible. Push through our Dryads a bit more. And the central fight, of course, is going to go away. Our Dryads, particularly our ones, because they're a bit more buffed, to, of course, have friends in the like, we should be able to cut through the enemy rather quickly here. Which is all good. So, continue to fire into them. And we've got them all on the run. Let's bring back our good old hounds and just chuck them after literally anything. Bring these Strides back and just crumple the back of the main army. Looks like, unfortunately for Jürgen Schnarfhafen, or Schnarfhafer, whatever his name is, he tangled with the wrong tree and did get the snot kicked out of him there. So another easy victory. It's gone well to start with. This is rare. My campaigns normally go horrific. So we're doing pretty good. Giant Wolves, again, performing relatively well. Hunted down pistoliers and the like. And yeah, early game Tree Man, especially a buffed up one with Frenzy, is going to destroy little meager Empire troops rather comfortably. From what I've seen, all of the unique units and campaign exclusive, unfortunately. She does get her Dryad summon though. Yeah, so all of these kind of like wolves and malevolent units and bats and all that stuff is only in campaign, including Cordial as well. I'm probably going to be butchering his name all the time, but the big angry tree man that we can summon is also only for campaign, but she does get these Dryads when she does summon them. She still gets the double summon in multiplayer. Yeah, massive kills across the board, and yeah, poor Empire there, going to get put to the sword a little bit. But I think we are going to continue to occupy. I don't know, it might just be better to raise. I mean, it gives a bigger buff to the healing of the forest. So I guess someone can come take it. So maybe let's occupy the ones around us and everywhere else we're trying to destroy. We get the bound spell as well. Well, Fear of Aramar, really useful actually. That minus 24 leadership can come in quite handy. And we've gained a follower as well. A young stag has emerged. Forest dwellers beware, lest you are watched, followed and taken, never to be seen again. So +3 leadership to the Lord's army is always welcome. So let's have a little look. I'm assuming, oh no, it is the same. So we'll capture all of Ostermark, I think. Let's repair that. And yeah, let's get some money coming in. We can level up our peeps. So let's get Pendulum. For you. And for the Waystalker, what do we want? Experience per turn is increased by an additional 5. So, okay, I'm down to get some training up, I think. So everyone we recruit will be a little bit stronger. And then our next bet here is probably to move over to this one, take it, move back to the main city, and gain some more troops before pushing on to the capital. I think that's going to be the plan. But, down here we do have some the Bone Rattlers as well. I haven't done a campaign in quite some time, so it's going to be interesting to see where all the new positions and stuff are for everyone. So, yep, looks like the hostile lands are giving us -3, so not going to be increasing anytime soon. But yeah, once we do get buffed up, recruitment comes easier, and we just heal up more and more. So let us actually increase the whole place for now. That's going to gain us faction-wide better income, better growth, and also our garrison's going to be pretty much unstoppable for the early game. We're going to have Treekin, Treemen, Wildwood Rangers, a little bit of everything, and it is going to cost us all our gold though, but that's fine. And then we have to do the first research, which is the public order and campaign line of sight buffs there. Yeah, they already settle, that's kind of the problem. That's why I'm just butchering them in their sleep, basically. Yeah, it makes sense with balance. I mean, Ariel, you can still bring in multiplayer. And she's very good. I think she's very, very powerful. We're going to see her quite a lot. The Forest Encounter, the Forest Hungers. So this is something that happens in the Wood Elf campaigns, both in this one and the Sisters. So your eyes and ears at the edge of the forest have alerted you to the presence of militiamen? Yeah, sorry, my reading is horrific. Who are mustering in a nearby camp. You have dealt with the men of the old world before, given your previous blood-soaked forays into their lands. They are right to fear your kind. It would be wise to attack first before they reach full strength. Show them once again that the spirits of the forest cannot be trifled with. So we definitely want to go over there and do that as quickly as possible.
Spirit. The others who walk in your stead can be gifted aspects of the elders.
Oh, yes.
Granting them benefits that will improve their battle capabilities.
Is he going to tell me how to do it? There we go. Aspects. So for increased cost, 150 gold. We can give them better armor piercing but worse physical resistance and better speed. Lower speed but better armor and better charge defense. So we want that in our central pocket. And bonus versus infantry. Ooh, and plus 6 melee attack. Less armor piercing but still. We're definitely going to look to do some of those changes. We'll earn up our money once again a bit more first. So let's actually, we're going to fall back for now. We're coming for you, don't worry over there. But let's go do this little mission. And let us recruit some troops as well. Actually, can I afford... No, okay. Here's all the Regiment of Renown, including hopefully the new Regiments of Renown. Yes, so we still can get the Lost Sylvan Knights and the Enigmas as well. Cool. Cool stuff. So I don't think we can really spend too much more money. Let's have a little look at diplomacy. Make peace with the dwarves. I can see that going down well. But yes. We can make peace with you guys for now. I haven't captured your land
but I
yet.
make no promises to my assent. Not likely.
Don't want trade. That's just rude. Definitely going to murder them in their sleep.
What?
Where's Stirland? Okay, yeah, we don't really need your land. So if you guys want to be friends,
but my time
just
is
saying.
short. Fine.
Hey, okay, non-aggression. Don't want trade yet, but it's early stages. It can be hard to adapt to living with magical trees. I understand. I understand very well. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, feel free to drop a fat thumbs up. It helps push us out to more people so we can slowly convert them into Warhammer addicts like ourselves and get more people kicking around. Ooh, Inferno. Whether by arson or natural causes, a flash fire suddenly rages through the forest. You can stem the fire's advance, but there is no time to save everything. You must choose what you wish to preserve. Save our infrastructure, which is crippled military. So we get worse casualty replenishment rate and worse recruitment cost. Or we get minus growth and minus income to buildings. Well, that's just nasty. Nothing good on either side. Considering we're doing a lot of war, I think we cripple our infrastructure. Like, the growth's annoying, the minus growth. And the income, minus income is actually going to be really annoying. But I think we do it for now. Better get that over with quickly while our army's not as huge as it's going to be. Okay, we are trespassing here, but it's fine. Oh, I can't quite make it this turn, damn it. Okay. So the next turn, and we probably want to save our money for now. I would think. I don't think there's any special buildings here, perhaps. Overgrown Temple. Enables awakened forest attrition. Oh, local enemies suffer attrition. Makes you immune to vampire attrition. All armies. Oh, hello there. This is a very special building. Provides a pretty decent garrison as well, and unlocks certain units that we can use. Cool stuff. Cool stuff indeed. I'm excited to see how Drycha will be affect the balance of power in the Eastern Empire. It could weaken them so Empire is less of a force in the late game. That'd be exciting to see. Ooh, you're trying to take back your city, are you? Well, you're going to do it. But we will return Wolfram. You have made an enemy. That's fine for now. We're going to do this quest and then we're going to come finish them for good. Ah, because we've taken so long to get here, we've allowed these guys to power up. Oh no, this is scary. It was going so well for like 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, that's not much of an army to deal with. It'll be fine. And it's an ambush. Yes. Yeah, I think Empire may be hindered a little bit by Drycha appearing here, but at the same time, it depends how like, the vampire counts and stuff play. They could get maybe a little bit aggressive and start putting pressure on us, or vice versa, and then the Empire could still be this massive powerhouse, which I think tended to happen in Mortal Empires, right? It was like the forces of mankind kind of banded together and destroy everyone. Also, occasionally the dwarves did, but I think the greenskins got a bit more powerful. So good gamble there. Got a little bit more winds of magic, and we can see everything the enemy have. So what we're going to do is have 3 units on this side, 3 units on this side. Bam, bam, bam. You guys at the edge to hunt down the range units. Treeman can honestly just go stomp their lord with Drycha. You guys can just kind of stay back here. Cool stuff. So we're going to hit him from 2 sides here. Cheeky little ambush. You guys, I'm pretty much just going to let you fire into whatever you want. Ooh. Okay. I think they still carry on walking for a while, right? In an ambush? Like they walk for a few steps? Because if so... Pop that there. Yeah, didn't do too much damage to Pendulum, that's fine. Pop them right in the middle.
Children of Isha, attack!
Okay, let's force off those units. Oh my god, this is glorious. This is glorious. Look at that. That was a slaughter fest. We butchered them so quickly. We took like no damage. I knew it was going to be an easy victory, but damn. That was, yeah, just slaughter. That was just a leadership break. Being hit from both sides straight away and losing all their ranged forces, they really stood no chance. That was insane. Helmut von Corden unfortunately stood very little chance there. Drycha certainly throwing her weight around, doing some pretty decent damage. Looks like we've gained chevrons on our giant wolves as well. In fact, most of our forces has gained some. So what do we want to do? Treasury, leadership, replenishment. I mean, we don't need to replenish. We basically lost no one. So let's get some monies. Oh, looks like he survives. So he's going to be running away from us. It's unfortunate as we have to chase him down. Arcane item has been gained. Scroll of Blast. That's pretty useful. We'll attach that to someone. Let's finish these guys off. Unfortunately, I'm kind of annoying the people I was trying to be friendly with on this side by trespassing, but it's okay. We'll take the money again because we've got a few turns. Imperial Reprisal Force has been destroyed, so let's start sprinting back this way as fast as possible. Cool, so We already have the basic enfeebling foe. Looks like our special quest has been unlocked as well. So let's get the Wyvern in case we come up against any heavily armoured forces. Oh, looks like we actually had 2 updates there. So we want to kind of break into this second wind of magical spells. So let's just get smoke and mirrors. The bound items, the bound like abilities for magic is never a bad idea. And for here, reload time reduction during forest battles. That's not particularly useful. Extra ammunition, speed, missile strength, reload time reduction could be useful to counteract our already negative, but we'll get training instead. Cool. We're doing good money wise, so I'm actually going to upgrade here a little bit. We're going to work our way back to kind of crush this this resistance of manlands. I'm not a big fan of Wolfram. I'm sure he's going to be trying to recruit an army the best way possible, but we're certainly going to not raise the 7 to the ground. We'll put it in its place, however. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Thank you, Fritz. I am the one. The one at something. I'm not sure what. Can Drycha get a Ragnarok? Unfortunately, she cannot. I do not believe. I don't think she can get Ragnarok. No, I can show you quickly now. So, quest issued, first of all, which is Codal Unchained. Raid the following region, Middenheim. So within Athelloren, Drycha's association with the vengeful Treeman Elder known as Cordil is no secret. His great betrayal of the Azrai has not been forgotten, and the forest whisper that his wrath will never be subdued. While he roams imprisoned in the wildwood with his dried handmaidens, Drycha's Wargrove determinedly carries out his malevolent decrees in the outside world. And it looks like he wants to raid these guys. There is little doubt that Cordil desires to be free once again, however, and none are more aware of this than Drycha herself. While in commune with the great Eldar over the many centuries since his confinement, she has rampaged across the old world to gather a plethora of powerful relics from the realms of men, relics which will enable her to shatter the wards imbued into the waystones which bind Cordil to the wild wood. Awesome stuff, and we've gained that technology. So we do have to go raid Middenheim. If I can remember how to get my quest medals up. We have to go all the way over here, which isn't too bad. We can go raid there at some point. Probably not going to do it straight away, however. Yeah, we'll go that way. And we're going to work our way back. So we can do a quick pit stop here in the Griffin Wood. It's going to help pretty much regenerate us all the way up. But yeah, these are the wild spirits you can get for anyone who's joined late. So no Ragnarok Queen. We can get Great Hawks, which we cannot recruit yet, unfortunately. Sad face. But Great Hawks, Ferromanticores, Cave Bats, Giant Spiders, the special Dryads, and Giant Wolves. And you can recruit them instantly, so it's actually really useful. Money-wise, we're fine. So let us get 3 more of you, because we're going to go on a bit of a warpath here and destroy the manlands for good. Research, we can either go up, which is going to help income from resources and crafting buildings, and plus armor for elf units. Pesky elves. Or we can go down and income from raising settlements. Yes, this is much more the Drycha way, which I think is the route we're probably going to go for the most part. Elf units. Far distance would be nice, though. Yeah, we don't want to become friends with the high elves at all. And Bretonnians, yeah, we don't want to be friends. We want war. That's what Drycha demands. There's Wildwood, yes. What's up, Zachary? How's it going, dude? If you can fed Drycha with dirt food, do you still have access to the malevolent units and beasts? Yeah, I think so. I don't see why you wouldn't. Yeah, the Wildwood is where Codil is kind of kept, hence the Wildwood Rangers. I think it's their job to kind of like protect it and ensure that he doesn't ever break free, because he's a bit of a nutcase. I cannot remember for the life of me the lore reasons of like his great betrayal, just that there was a great betrayal. And he's not to be trusted, of course, so let's stop off in friendly territory. We're actually in camp now. Okay, we're still in friendly territory this turn to heal up. We have constructed, in the Griffin Wood, we have constructed the tribal stones, which is useful. Going to allow us to recruit some more units back home. And let's go for some more war units. Or war buildings, I should probably say. Don't really want to get any elflins, do we? I think we can hold on to our money for now, maybe. Great Eagles could be fun, but don't need them yet. Prepare for a lot of Frot replays flooding your channel once the third hits. I actually have one out right now. It's up on the channel. We have Frot versus Wulfric. I'll be scrimming with Way and Dead Bullies all day. Hell yeah, man. Who's prettier, Drycha or Ariel? Well, depends on your perception of wood, I suppose. I mean, Ariel's actually kind of scary looking, really, when you think about it. But again, so is Drycha. I don't know if that's your kind of your jam, but she's taller than a tree on the map. And, oh no! Think of the splinters. So yeah, we're going to be able to conquer them, but we're going to fight on the bow. This is personal. Here to slaughter these guys. That's going to be a tough start position. It can be pretty tough. You are in the middle of the Empire here. All elves are Wazaks. What's up, Kelgar? The mighty Iron Fist. I keep seeing you around, dude, on like different people's streams and stuff. Always good to have you here, bud. And yeah, we are showing off Drycha today for anyone who is joining late. And not many people have covered her campaign yet, so I think it's quite a fun one to do at this point. We're going to gamble. We always gamble. Must have been at work. Yeah, it only dropped like an hour or so ago. And I'm going to have another replay later today, and we're probably going to be dropping 2 replays a day up until release. Because I played a load of games up against Wyvern Gaming and Samurai Warrior, who both have YouTube channels as well, which has been a load of good fun. Problem is, of course, like everyone who has early access is either a elite tournament player practicing for Everchosen, or they're making content themselves, so it's kind of hard, like matching up time and stuff. So I can actually play people. Right, we have a lot of Dryads. Cool, we're going to approach mainly through the forest. Let's have our little good old giant wolves, our doggos. I'm a massive fan of wolves, those who don't know. I actually have a tattoo of a wolf. They're my favourite animal, so it's always good to see these guys in action. They look ferocious. I wish wolves were more deadly in the Warhammer universe. Just because, like, you'd think a wolf for a mount would be better than a horse, but it's just not. It just gets wrecked because it's ridden by a pesky little goblin. So let's keep them both over there. You guys right in the front lines. I'm telling you guys, the Vanguard shenanigans now you can do in multiplayer with Wood Elves is insane. You have so many more units which can Vanguard now. It really gives your Vanguard rushes a ton more potential. So let's bomb rush everything. So that. Here come the Dryads. So you guys can whip around the flanks. Go right into the mix. And we're a little wide here, but it's fine. It's all good. So wrap you guys around the back as well. Let's drop this right here, just to mess up all their range archers and the like. And let's drop a fat pendulum down the line. Cool, good stuff. Drycha is in the centre here. Let's just drop an enfeebling foe down on the swordsman anyway. And lower their leadership. And we'll crump Wolfram here if we can. And it looks like the forces of the Empire are buckling pretty fast. And I think this is going to be a running theme in the early stages of the campaign, because Dryads are very good up against state troops, and of course the Empire for the most part going to have state troops. So there's some pretty quick, decisive victories right now. Vengeance for our glorious land, which technically we took from them, but that's beside the point. It's fine. That's like the funniest thing with like looking into history and stuff. People get so like, oh, they've taken our land. I'm like, yeah, but you kind of took it from someone else as well. It's a never-ending loop. But yeah, massive kills across the board so far once more. And poor Wolfram, now he knows the true threat of the forest. What's up, Raptor? Well, hello, hello. I am massively enjoying the DLC. Carnosaur for Drycha. Oh, that'd be amazing. What, as a mount or like as just a feral one? But unfortunately, no, you don't get any of those. All I I'm doing badly. No! Why are you doing badly? Don't do badly. Do well. And we're going to occupy the land once more. So we sorted him out nice. The Skewin branch. Better armor piercing for Shrieking and Drycha. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, I'm enjoying the DLC massively. I just wish I had more people to play multiplayer games against. And because I would just be doing it endlessly. But of course, other content creators are creating their own stuff, and people are preparing for tournaments who do have it, like the Ever-Chosen people. So I'm just kind of chilling. I've played a few games here and there. I'm hopefully playing Darv as well, maybe later today. I'll have to message him maybe to have a catch-up to see when it's going to happen. But I'm meant to be playing him and maybe Tyrion as well, like later next week. Which is all good stuff. But I have a ton of replays coming out. We're going to have 2 a day. Normally a battle, and then something campaign-related or quest-related, all that kind of stuff. Because later today I've got one of Frot's quest battles coming out. Cool, so Drycha doesn't need to rest too much. We are going to march pretty much immediately here onto the next one. And Drycha hire dragons. Drycha can get dragons, as in forest dragons, but you can't hire them separately, like in her kind of like realm of beasties she gets to pick from. But yeah, she can get dragons. She can get everything. I mean, she can get all the, well, it's not Ariel or like the sisters or something, but she can indeed get like elf units. They're just glamoured, so they're a little bit weaker. He's an underdog apparently. Well, Wolfram, I just saw you die, so I don't know how you're talking to me, but it is simple gift, gold, Sigma third, such things also. They want a peace treaty. How about no? I'm going to butcher you all, and all your children, and your families, and your entire bloodline. You're all going to die for daring to attack one of my settlements. Oh, ecocide. As it has always been since their primitive parasitic kind first started building their cities and polluting the lands, you can tell Drycha's not a big fan of anything that's not nature-based. With their presence, men of the Empire encroached upon the forest from all sides as they tear the trees from the land and brazenly plough fertile soil that would otherwise be home to our beloved saplings. You hear the pain of the insentient flora cry out to you. In seeking vengeance, the Wargrove has snatched some of these Empire men alive, and they are dragged before you screaming and terrified for their lives, just as it should be. What will you do with them? Well, this turned dark. So we can send a message, which is leave their mutilated corpses at the edge of the forest as a warning to the rest of them to encroach no further, which is going to give us a better campaign movement range, which is nice, and -8 enemy leadership, or life from death, which is the Empire wish. Oh, let's see what it is. Bury them alive so they may experience an agonizing death and let new trees take root from their rotting corpses. Guys, what's happened? This was a nice, lovely, family-friendly stream. Better public order, better growth. I think we go for growth right now, because that campaign movement, you have to be enemy armies. Oh no, minus movement for the enemy. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna fertilize them. So we just buried a load of people alive, and I feel 0 guilt. 0. Ooh, okay, we're gonna go do that next, because I don't want that to get really bad. I'm just gonna auto on this guy because we've seen me just butcher a load of people. Yeah, I'll occupy poor Felix Zintler. Trait gained, Man's Ruin, so +5 leadership when fighting against men. Going to be very useful, as we're going to be doing that a ton in the early stage in particular. Just making sure we don't have anything extra we can give. Cool, so Man's Ruin, but also the Briar Maven of Woe, which is what we saw earlier, which is lovely. Good stuff. Cool. So everything's going pretty well, if we're being honest. We do have damaged buildings, so let's repair here. And we can either get extra growth, better income from post-battle loot. In adjacent regions, though, that's the problem with these things. So honestly, we're just going to make ourselves strong as possible, and like really defensive, I think, and then just build up these big woods as our main power bases, which is the way I think Wood Elves are going to play in general quite a lot. Money is going to be a bit of a concern soon. So maybe we unfortunately do need to get some money buildings going. Ooh, Swift Shiver Shards. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Swift Shiver Shards. Not the best. Oh, extra forest health though. Oh, this is tempting. Gonna leave it for now. I think. We're gonna upgrade there. Because I do want some Deepwood Scouts, but... Drycha is life. Drycha is love. Drycha is life. Always go growth, win and doubt. That's some good stuff right there, for sure. You've already seen me, but should we be concerned? You joined the stream a bit late. I've literally just been butchering humans left, right, and centre. We've just destroyed them. How to make money? Yeah, money is going to be a problem for us a little bit. But I think I'm just going to keep killing people. Kislev wants trade. That's money. They want us to give them 100 gold, but I'm honestly down for the extra monies. And yeah, we need to make friends with some of the manlins for now, until we can slay them all. Imperial Convoy. I wonder who those guys are. So, trait gained, the Builder, which is build upon the bones and remnants of your fallen enemies. Lovely. Drycha is such a cheery fella. Or lady, I should say. And she has gone up a level as well. Ward save for Treekin is lovely, but I can't really use it just yet. And we're kind of trying to push the magic element of us so far, because I want to get up to Arcane Conduit, Pit of Shades, and all that good stuff. So I think for now, we're just going to increase Pendulum, so we can overcast it from now on. And we're going to march to war. Help heal up our lovely forest, which is only at 4. There we go. I was like, oh, did I do something wrong? So the Griffin Woods Forest Encounter Vampires. Hello. A Strigoi Ghoul King, along with his cannibalistic retinue, have been spotted in the forest. Though monstrous in form, their tale is pitiful. Persecuted by their brethren, they are fleeing in search of sanctuary. So it does not seem that they intend to stay long in the forest. By observing them from a distance, you could show your force that they have nothing to fear from these wretches, or you could punish them for their desecration, as the forest spirits would no doubt insist. So we can come back for later, which we're not going to do, obviously. And we can spare them. If we spare them, we get better diplomatic relationship with vampires, quite heavy. And we gain immune to psychology when fighting against counts, coast, and kings. Oh, for 15 turns. Okay, not so useful. Unhappy trees, and all our trees kind of get a bit annoyed, which isn't too good. Or we can attack them. We face a foe in battle, which is what we love to do. Vampires are punished, so they will hate us a bit more, but we don't care because they're vampires. And all our trees get a little bit better, and we gain forest health as well. I think there's only one option here that we're going to take, guys. Oh, that is a lot of criticals. There's a lot of criticals. They're going to poison us. Pretty decent damage as well. But we have the numbers, we have the trees. We should be completely fine. We did fail the ambush, though. Kill the dead men! Kill them all! Exactly, you loot the bodies for wealth. That's what I'm about. Yeah, she's basically always angry. Like, really angry. Drycha. She has very little chill. And Codil, the guy we're trying to break out from the Wildwood, more angry, more deranged. He's insane. I think at some point he picked up Morga. I believe this is correct, but I could be wrong. So he was always a bit angry and mental. But he picked up Morga the Shadowgave and crushed him, I think. I seem to remember this being correct. Like, destroyed him like in his hands. But Morga always gets reborn somewhere else in the world. But his blood like seeped into him and kind of driven him a little bit more insane as well. So it had quite a big effect. And we honestly might just have like Vanguard like only like armies this entire campaign. It's insane. So let's put two of you a bit more on the flank. You two as well. A little bit more on the flank. And I'll load. Going for that front line charge. Hide our little elflins as well, who have been brainwashed. I believe they're called spider elves, or they have spider tattoos or something, where they've been brainwashed, but yeah. They're going to be here. Right in the central pocket, we're going to have Treeman and Drycha leading the charge. And dire wolves. And there's not be any backline to break into, so we're just going to help counter the enemy wolves. Of course, we're going to gamble. Oh man, this colour scheme. Look at this bad boy. That is so badass. It's like a wintry tree man with the purple, like, ethereal fire burning in his eyes. I'm a big fan of Drycha's colour scheme in general. I think it looks really cool for all these Dryads and the like. And I do think, I've said this multiple times already, but I think she's going to be relatively popular in my play just because of how cheap she is, and she's a caster. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm definitely going to use her quite a bit anyway, so we'll have to see. Charge for Gondor! Or for Apolloran, whichever one you prefer. Cool, let's get our doggos on their doggos. You can help out as well. Use the flank. Not really going to get full perfect charge there, so you can crump in, you can wrap around. And you guys can just do what you felt about yourselves. Boom! Fast pendulum movement down there. We can. Yeah, I'll be summon down as well. Cool, so everything's kind of going as planned. Let's pull back some Dryads to get the rear charge, and that's going to be something really nice about the Dryad summon as well. Just getting that rear charge bonus popping in every now and again. Let's break the leadership even more of some of these units. Just as I get the rear charge as well, so lovely little combo, like a 2-1 punch there.
Ready.
Let's just rain fire into this one. It's kind of the unit we're struggling with most, which can chuck a ton of units in there to help save that situation. Let's really try to break down Fritz here if we can. Cool, so left side's going pretty good, right side not quite so well. We are taking a bit of damage, but now with all our new units coming in, should do plenty of damage. Let's surround the Ghoul King. Looks like the Angry Tree Man in his haste to destroy there did knock over Drycha as well, and all the arrows are going into the trees. Perhaps there's a sign of their former selves in there, they realise all they're doing is wrong. So a big old whip to the face, unfortunately, for that Stroi Lord. He is going to be bite to the dust. These like little pop-up events are really cool and thematic, and one thing I will say about the new campaigns, from the recent like DLCs, including this one, I prefer them way more than the original. I love the original, but I never wanted to start a new campaign like after a certain point, because they're all kind of the same, just like paint the map your colour, which I know a lot of people would enjoy, and I'm not knocking it at all. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But like having a more thematically themed campaigns, I really enjoy quite a lot more. Cool. So let's get the treasure. We're gonna have to run after him into friendly territory anyway, so we should heal up a little bit. We've gained Confront Attacker as well. That's good to see. And then... oh, I have to get that. Okay. Missile resistance can be nice on him, I suppose. We might actually increase his... oh, we won't prey of enough armor. What am I talking about? I didn't even see that there. Okay, I didn't know he could get the prey. So let us go for... better reload time to start with. We'll work our way towards that. As for our cities, can't build anything there yet. We have decent monies. Can even upgrade so we can get Zoats and Tree Men. Let's do it. I mean, it's not going to be like the economically like the best thing, which is going to be a lot of my decision making. Isn't going to be the best economically, but I think it'd be for fun's sake. Prefer that or Burning Head. What are you guys talking about? What's up, Sebastian? How's it going, dude? You can get replenishment from vampires. I suppose like their bones like in the ground and we're trees. Maybe. Oh, it looks like they're just going to come straight at me. Okay. Let's actually go for a little bit of increased health, as we're going to go move straight on now for the capital. Enriched Bewitchment. The spell that holds the elves under the Wargrove's control is not as strong as it once was. That's not good, because we have a few of them in our army. But recently, the winds have been blowing unusually strong overhead. The branch wraiths sense it, informing you that now is an opportunistic moment to harness the magical eddies to reinforce the glamoring enchantment being used on your elf units, at least temporarily. However, it can also be siphoned to invigorate the elf souls that inhabit the Wargrove's treekin, which would also be invaluable for the coming struggles. Which course of action do you take? So we can reinforce the spell, which means an increased upkeep for Dryads and Treekin, but Elves get a little bit better and a bit cheaper for a while, or the other way around, which is Dryads and Treekin, a little bit cheaper to recruit and better stats all round. We're definitely going to go for the Empower of the Treekin. So he's back, but he's basically done for, so he can't really threaten anything. And I want to go this way. Oh, we can come kill him. Okay, logically we should come kill him. Because we can heal up then as well. And he's finally destroyed. And we have gained the first Regiment of Renown, the Wraths of the Frozen Hearts, as well as the Winter Heart Guard. Be interesting to see if they still get the negatives. So let's encamp, just so we can increase some more troops. Ooh. Can get some Treekin in here, which would be nice. Let's get 2. And assign some skill points before we do indeed forget. And we'll get the plus ward save for Treekin as well. That's some good timing. Oh, actually, we probably don't need it for now. Let's move on and get Pit of Shades, because I think that's going to be disgusting against the computer. Okay, with him, we're just moving along the same pattern as well. Good stuff. So, oh, it's 2 turns for Treekin. Don't know how I feel about waiting around for 2 turns to allow enemies to rebuild, but if we didn't get them. Okay, let's recruit them for 1. Oh, it's because it's global. Okay. Okay, well then what we'll do... Oh, we have to go all the way around here, though. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm just going to grab some of these guys from here. We're going to get some Great Hawks, because we haven't used them yet. Cool. It's a decent enough force for now. I'm going to encamp for our 1 turn. What are these Skaven you speak of sound like something that doesn't exist? I would agree fully. No idea. Yes, yes, no exist. Don't check the shadows or under your sleep nest. Yes, yes. I can get some spoilers. Sure, spoilers. That would be terrifying. A lot of stuff is terrifying in the Warhammer world. So we've gained the technology, which is nice. Income from our raisin settlements and the like. And I'm going to grab 1 unit of spiders for you guys to see. And I'll show them in the battle. I'm pretty sure they're just like goblin spiders, but obviously with no mounts. So let's move this way. Have a little look what's going on. Ooh,
No.
there's still a lot of Empire troops.
Absolutely
And a fat garrison. Although it's all like spearmen and swordsmen and pathetic manlins, we should be fine. No, let's just go all the way. Cool. And then, I think we'll have our first province as well. Well, kind of second province, but you can see our health has gone up to 24 as well. The forest health, which is all good, as we now are in the kind of bonus, which gives us minus 5% recruitment cost and plus 1 health turn for Athaloran. Do need to go all the way around to 100 before we can activate the magical ritual, which would be exciting because I have no idea what happens when that appears. Bonus versus large for all elf cavalry, hawk riders, and great eagle units. Cooldown for Lord Beasts, missile strength. So that's not perfect for us. But we are working towards getting Zotes and dragons and stuff, so I think this route is still probably the best to go. I'm not sure now. A lot of this is going to be helping us money-wise, which I think is actually the way we probably want to go. Because we're going to struggle money-wise. Quite a lot. Open diplomacy. Let's have a little look at the lads. Kislev,
Let
How's
us
it going, bros?
toast our
Nope,
son.
don't want non-aggression. It's fine.
So,
We have non-aggression with Sterling.
I will listen, but my
They don't want to be our friends yet, but how do they feel about us deteriorating? Ugh. Okay, everyone's deteriorating. We just won't look at diplomacy and pretend it's not there. We'll be fine. Looks like a lot of... You look like a lot of fertilizer to me. Yes. Yeah, exactly. We're thinking of the planet. Like, people keep saying that Drycha is evil, and I may have said it a few times in the stream, but she's just a good gal, just, you know, trying to save the planet. If this was like nowadays, like, she'd be hailed as a hero. I mean, she's trying to do good stuff. I fully back her here. Cool. We're going to attack the army outside the city. And draw out the garrison. Cool. So yeah, that's a lot of Empire troops. But only a meager warrior priest of their false idol Sigma to lead them. So archers, crossbowmen. Cool. We got enough to harass the back lines, and the Dryads, some are weakened actually because I'm too impatient to chill out and not attack instantly. Oh, looks like giant spiders cause fear. That is good to know. Oh, guys, did pterodons always cause fear? Because I just never picked it up before. But like tic-tac-toe now causes fear. I assume that was always there, and maybe I just missed it and never looked at it. But yeah. Global warming is very bad for the Warhammer world. Yeah, it's not like they have like giant magical portals dotted all over the place. I'm sure they're fantastic for the environment. So we're going to gamble, obviously. You can always say Chaos wants to save the planet as well. I mean, yeah, by destroying the planet, they're kind of like the crazy AI in like sci-fi worlds. Drycha screams like mad. Oh yeah, she's pretty mad. The rat posse. Right, so they're going to be advancing over here. So we're actually going to jump them first and ignore this force, I think. It's probably the best bet. Oh, guys, look at these. So these are the hawks you can get. And I just love them. I know they're basic. They're just the hawk riders without the rise on top, but they look so cool. So we've got a ton of them. And the little spiders here. I'll show you these guys. Their fangs are dripping with ichor, of course, and they're creepy, horrible, and disgusting if you don't like spiders. I'm not like terrified of spiders, but I'm not a fan either. I couldn't live like in a country where those like gigantic spiders are. So we're literally gonna, because we can vanguard everything, we're just gonna like do a full-on surround. Now I know factions don't always come in exactly where the marker says, so that should kind of give us enough ground to cover. To pop you in the middle. We'll keep our little vanguard force back for now, our little speedy force, because we may try to loop around the flanks or something later on. So let's group you all up. Group you guys. And let's get ready to rumble! Ambush! Ambush! Push them back into the trees from whence they came. Okay, we actually have to chuck. We're just going to chuck you guys in here for now just to do some damage and help those Dryads out. They've been isolated a little bit on their own. So it's fine. We kind of overcommit to the right hand side. So let's get them back here. Their archers are doomed, I'm afraid. Let's wrap you back around this way. No trees to be left behind. We'll send some more here to come aid the situation. Push them through. Push there. You guys can this way. Help support. Who's that? Okay, that's the brave nobleman who has led this force out of the garrison, rather foolishly in my opinion. His allies are coming, but like very slowly. Oh, we completely left these guys. That's actually fine. Good stuff. So we've slaughtered the enemy. Slaughtered the manlins. Let's push the flanking force around the side. You guys can, if you can reach, still charge. It looks like those swordsmen are desperately trying to run back and warn their allies. No! The fight is hopeless. Don't try it. Don't try it, Anakin. They have the tree ground. Actually, we have the low ground here, but they may give it a go. How long do you guys have left? Not too long. The arrows of course hasn't been too useful yet this campaign, but later on it'll be useful when people start getting artillery and stuff. Let's fall back with you. Push up around the flank now. Well, the manlins want to fight us in the forest, eh? Trying to play us our own game. I don't think that's going to go super well for them. Hawks to come chase the pistoliers. Keep pushing these guys around the flank. Oh, it's like a fantastic change. I don't know if everyone knows about this. There's no minimum cast range anymore for like spells. Maybe for like one or two, but like vortexes and stuff, you can cast completely on yourself now if you want to, which is a change I'm a big fan of. It's like if they surround your lord and you have a vortex, you can just be like bam and drop it on yourself, which is pretty hilarious stuff. Because it's really annoying before when you're like Lord Croak and you're surrounded by enemies and you can't obliterate them despite the fact you have this like ridiculous power about you. Nature's Revenge. That should be the name of the stream or something. Hawks should be in the standard army. Change my mind. I'm not going to try to because they look really cool. I don't remember there being fear on Terrons. That's what I said to someone I was playing with and they were like, no, they had fear. Oh no. But, I mean, Hawk Riders now in general are a lot more powerful as well. They've got 360 line of shooting. And there's some other changes as well. So Hawk Riders are, they've got Vanguard, I think it is. So they've got a bit better application now. So we'll probably see a little bit more of them. Unfortunately, the Great Hawks we won't be seeing in multiplayer. Yeah, decent kills across the board once again. No crazy value. I mean, 1,500 on Drycha is quite nice. And, we're probably going to adopt Cactus for now, because we do want to take the city, and I want to take it kind of, you know, as soon as possible. I don't want them to give them a chance to kind of recuperate at all. We have gained the Crown of Command as well, which is old school, very good ability. So now, if we try to take the city, we do need to siege it still. Oh, we can auto resolve. Because with the tree man, you can batter down the doors. So we're going to auto it, because I don't like fighting sieges. Sorry if anyone wants to see a siege bow, but I think they're not great. So, a load of loot gained, and we are going to occupy, of course. Wait, it's called the province! Yes, yes. I mean, tree. Let's repair that first. Okay, so we can build a few more buildings here as well. Let's definitely get the clay pit. Always try to get those ones for the good old trade resources, so we can trade with our allies. Cool, so we didn't use Pit of Shades though, which we probably should have. Magical Reserve next. 5 points we need in here, so we've got 3 so far. Let's go for Missile Strength. Okay, it's been pretty successful so far. See, the woods have now healed up to 32 little sapling tree fins, which is quite nice. We're still getting -1 for hostile, I guess like nearby lands? Where's that? Maybe it's because we just did the fighting, so it's for this turn. We've got a decent amount of money as well, so we could always build some more stuff. This is what I really want. 1,200. Available kindred 0. Okay. But I'm enjoying the Drycha campaign so far. It's been good. It's been good. Okay, they're just throwing themselves at me here. I don't know about that balanced power. I don't want to lose anyone here. No, we're good. And I'm just going to steal your gold. And Kislev are now on the border, but it looks like Kislev, who we're friendly with, are going after the Empire here. So maybe Kislev and their love of polar bears makes sense. They have the polar bears at emblem, also want to save the planet, like us. So we should ally with them, maybe. Ostermark has been destroyed. Drycha's a bit strict. No one's hiding that. A bone to pick. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's quite nice. Gaining a bit more income. It looks like, for the most part, our woods, yeah, just +4 every turn. That's all good stuff. So we are gaining quite nicely there. I didn't see any of those special little markers dotted around. So we can now start to push out leftwards, which is going to be onto Tabakland, or whatever they're called. And we can actually just start right here and kind of bounce out. Slowly take all of these. And then we're within kind of jumping distance, I suppose, to go raid Middenland. Which will continue our quest. So that's probably going to be the plan for now. I don't really want to mess with the vampires, but they are next to us and looking rather tasty. But I think for now we're going to try and be as chill with them as possible. So let's quickly upgrade Drycha. Let her recover a little bit more as well. Let's get Mind Razor. Okay, soon we should be able to get the prey. Can we recruit anyone locally? No. But if we go back via home, we can pick up some Zotes, which would be nice. Which... it's going to take us sort of 2 turns to get back there. That's the problem. We're kind of on an unstoppable warpath at the moment, so maybe we'll build a second army relatively soon. Let's get you in there. Get you as well. Now, are you guys glamoured? Okay, so even the Regiment Renowned get glamoured, which the reload skill's not going to really matter, but -5 melee attack kind of sucks. But, you know, we're expendable, which is lovely, and +8 leadership is also quite nice. You can see the deep roots, so all of the forests connecting across the map as well. We can jump to any of these locations if we so deem necessary. But you must control this magical forest. Initiate. Oh, that's fine. It's that one. So we have to get into this area, and we can teleport to any of these woods right now if we wanted to. Yeah, you can see the Oak of Ages is healing as well, but you need to get that to 500. Oh, that is scary stuff, but it's going to give us some pretty good buffs at the same time. Let's get off that mode. Oh, cool! You can kind of see the tendrils of the roots coming out if you zoom out enough. And let's go diplomacy. See if Kislev want to be buddies.
Let us toast Ursun to your...
Are we still at least? Are we improving? Yay, we're improving slightly.
Sigmar's
And
will.
you guys aren't at war, unfortunately, with Kislev, which sucks.
The Empire.
Any of you guys?
What? So?
No.
Yes?
Okay. Actually, I can just do this. So Kislev are at war with the Varg. Okay, I'm not going to go fight the Varg. Over time, maybe they'll learn to appreciate and love us a little bit more. So we go to our objectives. We can see, yeah, win the battle, the defense of the Oak, complete the ritual of rebirth in Athaloran, complete 8 rituals of rebirth. So yeah, pretty long-winded stuff, which is completely fine. And short campaign objectives is just defense of the Oak, which might be what we aim for. I'll have to wait and see. I know, for the most part, at least from a streaming perspective, after episode 1, campaigns like views just drop like on every channel. I didn't, apart from like the ones who specialise in it really heavily. So hopefully I'll complete this all on stream. But you know, if people aren't interested in this, just want to see the multiplayer stuff, I can always complete this in my own time as well. As I want a non-aggression pact, I'm down because I don't want to go fight him yet, but we'll kill him eventually. Going to have to get going, but have fun, lads. Thank you, Raptor. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Is Drycha's campaign easier or tougher compared to Orion, Durfu, and Sisters? So, I've done a tiny bit of the Sisters campaign. That's the only other one I've done. And I think the Sisters start pretty strong. I mean, I don't do like legendary campaigns or anything. So if you're looking more at that style, I wouldn't know for sure. But I think because of the starting location, it's going to be a bit harder than the Durfu Orion campaign, and I'd have to play the Sisters like all the way through to really confirm that one. But because we're in the heart of the Empire, and Empire tend to get relatively strong, I think it's going to be a bit harder. Also, when Chaos emerges, we're way closer to the firing line. But overall, the elves, now because their objectives have changed and we're kind of bouncing around, I think they'll all be relatively the same, like toughness campaign-wise, although Drycha is limited to more woodland forces, which after our next battle we are going to upgrade some of them as well to show you guys that mechanic. Actually, we'll wait one more turn to heal up fully, so we'll do that now. So we get a couple of the units in the centre. And give them bonus versus infantry. So we'll have 2 bonus versus infantry. Oh, we don't need the heavily armoured ones yet, I don't think. And we don't need armour piercing, so yeah, I think just we get 3. Yeah, +6 bonus versus infantry and +6 melee defense. Just to really true through these early game state troops even more than we already are. Does Drycha need to conquer the Oak of Ages? Yes. Are we going to be able to see Codal today? Hopefully, if I can complete the quest. If not, I can show you at the end in like a custom battle if you want to see anything. Which reminds me, if at the end of the stream you guys want to see any multiplayer changes, I can just pop over to the custom map and or custom battle screen and show you stuff. Vlad has become more powerful. He's now causes terror and stuff, like Grombrindle's now unbreakable, Kazrak's improved. There's lots of little changes across all the factions, to be honest. Elizabeth's side didn't really get too much, but you know, you can't have it all, unfortunately. So the orcs are coming not to the sophisticated bunch that hang out in the captured dwarf holds, but the more rural boys that wander the southern Badlands. Yes, a nomadic horde of extra fighty savage orcs are close and could threaten your forces. Best be proactive against this lot before Mork or Gork leads them right into your realm. Okay, so we might have to quickly bounce back and stop our invasion for now. You're lucky over here, Kappelberg, but I am coming for you. Let's jump this war before it can do anything to us. Vicious Gobspear, all a name. So we're going to dance over to him. Oh, it's a little goblin. And yeah, that's just a quick little aura resolve to put them down. Hey, we gained the Loix Tricksters as well, one of my favourite units. And they've also had slight changes in the Wood Elf rework. So hopefully you guys have seen the Blade Singers in action. You have an ability which is you can turn it on and off. It's like being in 2 different modes rather than like a limited time. And the War Dancers originally had these different abilities, so the Azrai Spears can give themselves big missile resistance, but it only lasted a certain amount of time, and if you go in combat in that time, there's also negatives to it, and you kind of got wrecked. Now it's an ability you can simply turn on and off, so for Azrai Spears, if you're getting advancing towards the enemy, you turn it on, missiles are going to affect you way less, and once you hit combat, you turn it off, it takes just a second like that, and all of a sudden you're back to your usual stats, which I think is very cool. It kind of is a bit reminiscent of changing unit formations and stances and stuff, which is nice to see as well. So, okay, so it'll take us 2 turns. So we can stop off at home next turn. And then come back afterwards. Brixie, can you swap the Dryads to the charge defense, or if you pick an upgrade, is it then done? So it's just done, I think. Now that I've done the upgrade, that's just on them. I don't have to turn that off and on. That's only the War Dancer stuff. Yeah, Codal is only campaign or custom battle, obviously. But you're not going to be able to use him on ladder or in tournaments or any of that type of stuff. I think he's pretty powerful. Hey, got the Prey of enough armor. So yeah, you can see it's just on them now. So they have the aspect of the Willow, which is really cool stuff. Oh, we can do it to the Tree Man as well. Is his the same? Okay, it looks like it's pretty much the same stuff. But minus 150 armor piercing damage, Jesus. But his base weapon damage goes plus 250, plus 12 melee defense. We can lower his speed, but give him better missile resistance and armor, which I quite like. I think we're actually going to go for the aspect of the oak. So let's sit back here now and recover for a turn, and we're going to go on the advance again. Can't build anything here yet, which is not a worry. And so we're actually going to go, bam, for the fat one there. We're really pushing the Griffin Woods here at the moment. But I mean, we can see what type of lords we can get. Law of Life, Law of Beasts, Law of Shadows. And these are all Ancient Treemen. Oh, these are awesome. Cool, we might get a tree man soon then. Heroes. Get Branch Wraiths, Way Stalkers, and Glade Captains. Glade Captains are really cool, by the way. I feel like a lot of the new Wood Elf stuff, I'm going to get killed a lot in multiplayer, because it's very squishy, but it also packs a big punch. Oh, can you change to a different upgrade? Yes, you can, I believe. Damn it, CAY. It's only because they made him in... Oh, don't even think about it, bro. Don't think about it. What you doing, Vampire Counts, hanging outside my settlement like that? They maybe were on the run from something. I don't like that at all. Yeah, he's very powerful. It's probably a balancing reason, and you don't need him in multiplayer because you have Durfu, who is very similar. But I'll definitely show him off at the end. Just remind me in like a custom battle if we don't get to his quest today. So Manfred is just knocking around here.
Mortals, thou hast trespassed.
You want an aggression pact?
Never.
I don't think so. Okay. How much do they hate me? Quite a bit. That is annoying. Okay, what we might do... I can't really afford a secondary army at the moment. This first army is pretty hefty. But let's see. Yeah, you can change them. Yeah, so Aspect of the Willow is already equipped. Purchase another upgrade to replace. So yeah, you can switch between the upgrades, which is nice to know in the future. Look at this tree man now. He's plus 20 armor and 10 missile resistance. He's whopping at 130 armor on a tree man. He isn't going down anytime soon. So let us pop over this way. I don't really care about the elf units, so we're going to ignore that. And better campaign movement is always useful. We may have to call off the attack. I really don't want to. But I'm a bit worried down here. I mean, we can come this way down, and if the Vampire Cannons back off, we can always just loop down to Nildlin and then like work our way around, because this is also a area which is affecting the Griffin Wood. So is this one though. Oh, why did you do this, Manfred? Let's force march back though, just to be sure. Cool. Cool stuff. So, done technology, don't really need diplomacy at the moment. I think we're good to go. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really cool mechanic. The, like, a lot of people are, like, loving all the new Skaven stuff, which I agree, I think it's amazing. But the Wood Elves got so much love as well. Like, it was an entire faction rework. He's just being a pain, isn't he? He's just being a pain. Chaos stirs. Oh god, chaos stirring already. Okay. Do we just crush him? Crush his army, and then... Oh, then we have to go to war with the counts, which I don't want to do. I don't want to have to deal with, like, vampiric corruption and all that rubbish. And, like, none of this is really where we need to be. Like, yeah, the Forest of Gloom is all the way down there, but it's quite a long way away. And realistically, we're trying to come this direction. Okay, I'm gonna give him one more turn. I think we're gonna chill for a turn, because this way we can jump him if he attacks here. If he comes back here, we can attack him. Oh, actually, can we? Yeah, we can. And if not in 2 turns, we can kind of be on the enemy here. So give him one more turn to make up his mind. So we're gonna skip that action. I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, you need to destroy the vampires to free your southern border. It's true, but then my southern border is just further forward, and I have to destroy more stuff that's down there anyway. What is he doing? What are you doing? Just running back and forth. It's hard to say. Yeah, like the Skaven, I think. As far as, because like, I'm mainly a multiplayer like YouTuber. Anyone who's like joining, who's not like news to my channel. I think Skaven are now top tier. I don't think they're overpowered, but I think they're top tier. And Wood Elves I don't think are top tier, so in that way you could argue Skaven got more love, but I think the jump in quality gap-wise has maybe been a bit better for Wood Elves, because I think I loved Wood Elves, and in the hands of a really good player they were, you know, very good, but at the same time, like, they're a bit haggard in what you could do, and now you have so many more options. It's great. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Oh, he's over here as well. I just wanted to be friends, vampires. Like, we're both, like, just, you know, cool people.
Thy words, and pray to thine pitiful.
They really dislike me.
Devourer
Where are
of
you
light.
guys? Okay. So no one's a fan of me. Kislev, you like me, right? No. Oh god. Okay. But yeah, I don't know what my favourite unit is yet. I said, like, I've done a few multiplayer battles now. I love the stags. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of the stags killed, but I love the stags. Now they're trying to take my trade territories. Oh no, they just... Okay, they just raged it, that's fine. If there's raid all these lands, I'm not too fussed. But yeah, the Great Stags are really awesome. But what's my favourite unit? I love the Sisters. The Sisters are amazing. Both, like, thematically. The fact one of them sits on the head of the dragon is so funny. And looks actually really badass. The Sisters are really good. They always seem to get good value as well, because you can kind of sit back and snipe at them quite nicely. Oh, now you've brought a big army over. Oh. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do we just slaughter the counts? We must beat the dwarfs. That makes sense. We'll be given the opportunity to confederate with the faction, I can't say that name, Bedurfu. Win 3 battles against the following race dwarfs. I won't read through all this one, but basically Durf is a bit pissed off at dwarfs, which makes sense. He took an axe to the face because of them. So, dwarf-wise, where are the nearest dwarf's going to be? I know Ungrim starts up over here somewhere. There he is. I'd have to win 3 battles against him, and to get to him, I'm probably going to have to go through the counts. Zufbar used to be here, but maybe they've been replaced. What are you guys feeling? Yep, doing the vampires. Yeah, the Hawkeye bombardment is amazing. It's not a multiplayer, though. The Skaven always get the best stuff. They've got so much cool stuff in lore. Vampires and on to dwarfs. Cool. It's been settled. Empire, you live for now. But... So, the question here is... I think what we're going to do is take out Manfred. First, we're actually going to fight the army. Because we could get, like, a sneak shot and, like, take the capital is the only other thing. But I think... taking out the army and then they're going to struggle to recuperate, especially early game, that they won't be able to get Vargulfs again and like Black Knights early on. It'll just be cheap chaff, which at the moment our army really loves facing. So I think we're going to pop over here and take on Manfred. Declare war! Ooh, they're allied with the Von Karsteins. That's fine, it's just more vampires to slay, you know? Oh, it's such an easy reserve. We're going to fight it, because I'm trying to show up as many fights as possible. But yeah, the Hawk bombardment in the Sisters campaign is epic. Like, every Hawk Rider gets like a mini Ares of Kurnos. Which is like better at killing like infantry obviously rather than single targets. And you just like half delete a unit like straight off the bat. It's really good fun. But they'll also be more viable in multiplayer. We gamble. We always gamble. Oh, that was a bad gamble. So, we're probably going to rush the main force as quickly as possible, I'd say. Now, the real problem here overall is going to be the knights. We're going to have to kind of drag them down through weight of number. But we'll have the... Oh no, the Spearman can't vanguard. No! What did we do? Us fools! We got a unit which can't vanguard. Well, they're going to be jogging. Okay, so we're going to use our hounds to counter their hounds on the right, and then hopefully wrap around the flank. Get our flyers to counter their flyers as well.
Bowman, ready? I hear you.
Let's also get the tree man against the knights. If we can, and we get Drycha to go against Manfred. Cool. I might have to get rid of those elves. Like, they're going to annoy me, but they can't vanguard. They're the only ones.
Our aim is true. Eternal guard.
Cool. We might also use the Dryad summon to like pin in Black Knights from behind, because now it's hard to escape kind of traps like that. Cool. So we can also drop like Wither and stuff on the Knights to try and help bring them down a bit quicker. So advance. You in. See if we can get engagement there.
Yes.
All archers shoot them. Good stuff, yeah. They're not gonna. They don't want to take the bait. Oh no! Oh no! Run! Flee! Flee for your lives!
Quickly.
Yeah, we have Dryad's fine Black Knights. We're gonna lose some troops there, but it's fine. We'll actually pull over on them. Oh, sorry if you can hear a megaphone in the background. There's an idiot who keeps driving around my road, shouting at people, basically.
Stalking the prey.
It's really annoying. He's like shouting out COVID stuff, but he's been like really unhelpful.
At once.
Cool. So pin these guys for now, which is good. The Deepwood Scouts are only elves, so it doesn't really matter. And we've actually managed to beat back the Black Knights with the Dryads because of the help of the magic. So let's block over here if possible. There we lose all of our little skirmishes, which kind of sucks. I mean, we can buy them back pretty cheap as well. So let's just keep running for them. Let's kill the Direwolves while we still can.
Kill them.
The Knights. Okay, where's the second wave of troops? Oh, it's miles away. That's fine. Cool, so it's going relatively well. Got some spiders trapped over here. The secondary army is a little bit too late, luckily for us, and should probably be turned up after we've defeated them. And Manfred has just been slain with a really cool animation where some vines kind of shoot through the ground by Drycha. Let's play over here now. Let's break his leadership there, fully. Cool. For the most part, let's really just destroy them.
Defenders of Athel Lauren.
We can actually bring all these troops back to face the main enemy now. Just really bomb rush these guys. Cool, they're going down. No, we haven't used the summons yet, so let's just pop the front one. Oh, sorry, army lost a sense. The army never reached. Oh no, that's tragic. The reinforcement army crumbled before it even reached us. So we took some heavy losses for the first time, but decent stuff. It's only their faction, I guess. Once you confed, then you lose it. I think it's their only their faction. I would assume so. It makes sense. They're like a flying faction. Obviously, because they can only be on the eagle or the dragon. Good kills across the board. Good performances from all our troops. I'm pretty happy with them. And we got rid of Manfred and like the worst army we're going to face for a little while. Treatment in general has been a bit of a spread from the head. So I think we're actually going to abduct captives. We could almost get a grand, but we're really going to want to go on the offensive now and crush them as quickly as possible. We've gained the bound ability +8 leadership to self, minus enemy. Oh, absorb leadership from enemies. That's a really cool idea. Kind of like a spirit leech, but for health. And we've killed Manfred, so of course Drycha is going to get a special trait. He who quenches his thirst on the blood of the living will find cold steel as still his just reward. So minus a 50% casualty suffered from vampiric territories. That's useful because that's exactly where we're going to be roaming. And let us take this place. Almost fought a battle there. There was 24 zombies defending the village left. Right. So, do you want to just raise all of the vampires' land? Like, we don't need them. I'm just kind of fighting my way through them to get to the dwarfs. But only in the capital could be nice, so maybe it's worth it. What do you guys think? Only sisters get hot, yeah. I'm just playing on the, I assume it's normal, it's whatever I just started on. I'm not doing like legendary or anything. I'm not really a campaign player normally. More multiplayer, but I've been really enjoying it. And the new campaigns, like I'm in my own time as well, even if I don't stream them, I'm gonna do like every single campaign. What do you guys think? I think we just raise all the undead stuff. We don't need it. This one's not even in the same vicinity, is it, as the other ones? I don't think. Raise them and let the dwarfs get them, yeah. Let's raise it. I think this one actually might be in the Empire lands. Full Anvil Smith has been gained, plus 14 armor and weapon strength for Drycha. That's nice. And we have Vampire Hunters. Achieve victory over vampire counts multiple times, plus 5 leadership when fighting counts, which is useful. Yeah, this one's with Stirland. I don't really care if they take it, to be honest. We're just going to continue our great march this way. So we ourselves can buff ourselves up, get Arcane Conduit as was planned. Got brave enough armor now. So let's get the final training done. And on we march. Some of our wolves did take some damage, but that's fine. They're pretty expendable, to be honest. I know that sounds harsh as a man who loves wolves, but they are. Oh, so I need 2 kindreds to buy buildings. Oh, okay, so rather than leveling up, you don't need the growth for that, you need the growth for actual buying buildings. That's interesting. I would love some Blade Singers. But I think this way is the way to go if we're going in theme with Drycha. Because we can unlock more branch wraiths. And we get Untaint as well, which I think is going to be really nice. So let's actually build that, because the count's still so close by. You ever do any head-to-heads? I haven't so far. I'm tempted to do one with Poison Ducky. But overall, people don't seem as interested in like campaign videos for me compared to multiplayer. So I've kind of like tended to stay away from it, even though I do still really enjoy it. But yeah, it's like I'm like down for it. It just depends who to do the head-to-head with, really. But Poison Ducky, who's a YouTuber as well, I'd love to do it with, or any of the guys, really. I played up against Samurai Warrior quite a lot in this, like early access stuff. Who's an Italian YouTuber, so maybe him as well. So, the Dreaming Wood. This is an interesting one. So it's the same as before. So a young Glade Lord, full of hope and naivety, wishes to journey into the Dreaming Wood to recover a lost artifact. La da da da. Of course, it's like Chaos Curse and all of that. So if we allow them to enter, we gain plus 15 Chaos Corruption for all provinces, which is pretty hefty. But we get the Wit Stealer Sword, which has changed now. So the Wit Stealer Sword was forged in the molten heat of desire and cooled in a vat of Slanesh's blood, which is crazy. Now, it allows you to cause fear and terror. Not so useful with Drycha, because she already causes fear, but still, you now cause terror. You attacks cause discourage effect, reducing leadership. You have magic attacks and plus 50 armor piercing weapon damage, but you do give plus 4 Chaos Corruption to a local province. So I'm not going to take this yet. I believe this is something that can come up multiple times. And eventually when we have a Tree Man Lord, I'm going to give it to him. Plus like 50 armor piercing on a Tree Man, I think would be quite cool. But for now, we're going to deny. Sword of Cain has been claimed as well. We're not too worried about the other Elflins and what they're up to. We're on a rampage of our own. So let's move around here. and continue our glorious advance into enemy territory. And we don't have the biggest predicted income still, because otherwise I would get a secondary army with the amount of money we have. But what we're probably going to do is just buy a load of stuff. I really need to gain more kindreds to increase our money, our economy through this way, so I don't want to spend any more really. Let's get us on our way though to also get in, let's get an Eyrie, get some eagles flying about. We'll do diplomacy next turn as well. I play hard, that's normal. Yeah, I enjoy it. Like, for me, the experience of doing hard, this is on almost all games. I would rather there be like factions which are harder to play on campaign, rather than me having to allow the computer to cheat, if that makes sense. Because the only problem I have with like hard and insane difficulty on this is it just gives your opponent, or it gives you weaker stats, or the computer better stats, which I'm like, I don't know, if I charge unit of Dryads into unit of Dryads, I want it to be an even fight. I just want like tactically the computer to be a bit smarter and stuff, so I don't really play on like the legendary difficulties and stuff, because that's all it really changes. Don't attack me guys, we were friends, remember? I helped you out. So I just kind of play like normal hard difficulty is fine as well, but I do love the fact they've changed the Chaos Invasion, that you can turn it off if you want, or you can make it like really hard as well. That's kind of like something I really enjoy. I think it's quite cool. Raise you to the ground. We've gained magic resistance, which we didn't need, but it's fine. Okay, we are going to take some attrition now, which isn't good. But it's fine, we can attack the capital next turn. Cool, you can see we've been very good to our little tree here. So we're kind of getting the plus 15% recruitment cost reduction, which of course we haven't used yet, and plus 3 healing per turn to Athalloran. We're close to the 100. So once we get to there, we'll probably fall back and do the ritual, because I've never done one before, and I assume enemy armies will spawn. Or we'll build a second army or something to help defend. Although realistically, I mean, this is a pretty hefty garrison. It's going to have to be a decent 20 stat to take us down. We got Shrieking, Wildwood Rangers, all sorts of goodies there. So, can we stop ourselves from like taking damage from being in enemy territory? Not really. I mean, what we're going to probably do now we've got the magic we wanted. I do really love the Mantra of the Fallen. Which we already have, though. Oh, it gives us an additional charge. That's really cool, but I think we're going to push towards Lightning Strike first. And also better income. Which I know is a little less fun, but I think it's going to be needed if we're going to do this like long term. For you... Let's just continue to make you a badass. As you've been nothing but loyal so far. So you guys,
greetings on behalf of the
you
Empire. Now
you
what
try to
brings
now?
you here,
You
Leper?
starting to feel the love? No.
I'll ignore that.
What if we do both? Oh no. Okay. Well, next turn we'll come back to them, because I think we're improving. They're starting to like us a little bit because of our war with the undead. So if we can make an ally on the left flank and Kislev on the right, and we just kind of push downwards, I think that can go rather well. That attrition's going to get rather thickly though. Yo, Black Fawn, how's it going, buddy? I hope you're all good, man. Glad you could make it. Have you conquered the world yet? No. We're doing good, though. We haven't lost a battle yet. We're kind of tearing out the heart of the right side of the Empire, but decided, you know what, the Badlands aren't so bad. We're going to cut our way through the vampire counts. Yeah, it's a pretty cool starting location. Is it in campaign important to start buffing your army in the red tree? So it is. Our lines of trace, that'd be pretty awesome. It is, but I really wanted to increase her magic quite heavily, and at the moment our army is pretty elite for like early game anyway, and I really want to get ambush trait. And we're going to struggle a bit with money, which I think could be a problem for Wood Elves in general. So, we're just going to auto this, because it's a siege. I kind of want to occupy it, because it's the capital, but come on, we're Drycha. We're Drycha. Sort of swift slaying, good, good. The spoiler, this one will kill until everything that is yours becomes theirs. Even then, they will not stop until death intervenes. Raise multiple settlements. Enemy siege holdout time is reduced, which is great for the late game. And we can get the Hawkeye's Drycha, so Weight Watcher is still going to be very powerful. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage though through attrition, which sucks. But I kind of want to stay on the aggressive. We could combine some Dryads and buy some more of these. We'll see, we'll see. We might have to go into encamp stance for a few turns. I think that'd be good as well. For now, we're going to keep increasing our monies. And for you, we were doing something. Oh, we're just making you a badass, that was it. We can get some more research as well. Better recruitment and hero recruitment. Cooldown for Law of Life spells, that's useful. Better income from grapevines, that's useful. And better casualty replenishment rate for all our tree buddies. And considering we are kind of going with mostly in-theme forces, I think that's a good idea. And it looks like we can upgrade to Hawk Riders as well. So, turns until new kindred, 28, that's not good. So, let us get plus 20 growth, plus 5 growth. Let's go for the growth here. I managed to see if all Vargals have AP now, or just Regiment of Renowned. Oh, Vargeist, yes, they all have AP, yes. Oh, that's one of their improvements. So there's quite a lot of changes to like all factions, honestly. Just like little bits here and there, and obviously Wood Elves and Skaven, the big reworks. Oh, we didn't even take their capital. I took the wrong castle. We took Templehof, not Drakenhof. Oh, these names. So we're probably going to have a bit of a scrap here. And I see the Dowie on the edge of my vision. So once we wipe out the counts, we're going to definitely head for that Dowie booty. And try to confederate. Yes. Because I don't actually have any war. Like, I don't have any beef anymore with the Empire. We're cool. We have other things to do. More important things. Cool, so going to camp. We do heal a bit. So if we're into North Stance. So we can only move 50%. Which I need to remember. So let's be on the safe side. Wait, so that's move to there. Next turn we should be able to attack as well, and we should, yeah, still go into encamp stance. The problem is a lot of these units aren't too good. Cave bats and stuff, and like spiders aren't too good against the undead. That'd be really useful against factions with like a range back line. So let us for now just grab one of you. There we go. Let's open negotiations as well.
Let us toast Ursa.
Kislev sounds so cool, but they don't want to do anything yet. Sterling's okay with us. You guys, like,
approach and make your offer.
I thought you were improving. I thought you started to like me. You are improving, okay. Just gonna take them a little bit of time to work their way around to me.
I will listen, but my time is short. Of course.
Cool, so making friends with the Empire now, which is really funny compared to what we were doing early on. Drakenhof Garrison is scary, I can imagine, but they got the gold, which being undead don't need, so you better claim it. Oh, I will. I will claim that gold. I hope work wasn't too bad, man, as well. I hope that was all good. I hope you survived. If anyone wondering why there's a little logo next to Blackthorn's name, that's because he's a member of the channel, and you can do such a thing as well if you so desire. There's like a little membership button, and it'll basically take you through like what's going on. And you can become like a duck and a duck guard and stuff, which is all cool. And if so, you get to then name a character as well in campaign. So Blackthorn can indeed name my little Way Watcher or Way Stalker if he wishes, or we can wait till we get a new character. So we can get minus construction time and construction costs. or minus recruitment, and global recruitment will go up. So ancient bark. Probably construction, honestly. At this point, we're not going to be recruiting too many people. Our kind of solo army is out here at the moment. We are fortunate now. There's no... I need to keep checking for this. There's none of those little special missions dotted around anywhere. No. Cool. Looks like we're good. So we're going to come over here. I did have so many armies kicking about, but they're all trash. Oh, Manfred's back. So let's kill Manfred again, personally. Kill him one-on-one. I really like your style of streaming, so polite and relaxed. Well, thank you, dude. Can Wood Elves utilise non-forest cities and their unique resources now? So, it's changed slightly. Like, the outer cities you take, you can improve a bit more than, like, the little outposts before, but not much. But you have a lot more woodland area you can take over now. They've, like, added them into the game. And those are the kind of big, like, central sections of, like, power where you're really going to, like, increase your stuff. So you'll be doing a lot of, like, bouncing around the map. And that's kind of the really cool thing about the Wood Elves now, is, like... You want to go fight Empire? You can just teleport to a wood near the Empire and go fight them. You don't want to fight Empire, you want to fight High Elves this campaign. Just teleport to Ulthuan and fight them. I haven't shown off the teleportation mechanic yet because we're going to go fight the Dwarfs first, and then probably from there we'll teleport up to Midland and do all that stuff. So, let us... Oh, does it say when... Okay, no. They're both going to be starting together. Doo-doo-doo. My god, we're so wide. We're all such a wide force. Okay, we're going to actually bring them in just a little bit on the flanks. So let's get them down. We have the Winterheart Guard. Boo! Everyone boo them in chat. Elves in our army with their little glamour who can't vanguard. At least these guys have the decency to vanguard with the rest of our force. So we're going to move them up as well. Put them in a little group. Unfortunately, our poor little skirmishes aren't too much use anymore. They're good against the Empire, obviously, but we don't need them whilst fighting the undead. Cool, let's target the Graveguard, get our little hawks to attack the bats. I'm going to move forward with the Tree Man just to like blob everything up. And we're going to collapse our flanks in a little bit. Oh, okay, you want to take on us, that's fine.
Children of Isha, attack!
So that should be a little Graveguard, it's going to be lovely.
For Isha!
Let's continue to wrap around the flank. Hawks are doing just fine, and all our beasties can lap around. I don't really want to use them because they're quite beat up. I don't want to lose them, of course. So let's pop in there. Continue to move all the way around the flank. Let's get you guys shooting into Graveguard, and the Tree Man has just been an absolute world beater, of course, as expected. And keep going to use Pit of Shades. So, time's kind of gone. Oh, we did that. Playing on zombies and stuff, but it looks cool. Which is the rule of fun in Warhammer. If it looks cool, it's probably good. Go after their casters. Nice little surround with our summon. And it's going pretty good. Let's lower the armour of Manfred. You can get the skirmishes off a little bit. Let's pop over here.
Battle ready! Stalking the prey!
Hope the Hail Mary into our own troops. See what happens there. Oh, the Hawks are getting killed by Fellbats here, which isn't nice. Get some support for them. Manfred needs to die now. So everything's pretty much settled now. Manfred just needs to crumble. And he's withered as well. So he's having a really bad day. And Manfred has died twice there in like 2 turns, which is always good. So decisive victory. You are victorious, yes. Yeah, the eagle's got a hit. Boo, boo, smiley face. Yeah, the Pit of Shades is awesome, man. More wood is wartime, yes. Are leaves glamorous? Do you mean elves? Elves are glamorous, yes. Pretty good stuff. Tree Man. This Tree Man is a world beater. He's nearly gold chevron at this point. Triple silver. Again, like damage value 81. Then obviously you just kill a load of zombies, but he just pins in the enemy and then allows Drycha to come in with her nasty spells. So it looks like Drycha hasn't quite gone up a level with that, but that's fine. Got so many items and abilities. So down she goes. We are of course going to raise this settlement as well. Which is kind of bad for our health, but it's fine. We have a War Dancer Drummer with us. It's not going to be too helpful, but it's fine. And then we'll move over here next turn. We'll take a turn to encamp and heal up. Maybe 2 turns, actually, because we're starting to take a little bit of a beating from this nasty attrition. I don't think any of this helps with... No. Okay, we're going to just continue to make you cool. Raise your speed a bit. And we're rolling in dough, but of course our money situation isn't quite as good as it looks necessarily. And we could make this the highest settlement possible, which I think now that we've got this opportunity and we've got the money, we may as well. And in a couple of turns... Oh, we're spending Kindred to do that as well. I think it's worth it, honestly. And then I'm going to go up to Hawk Riders as well. I want to show you them off. So yes, Castle Drakenhof will be the last one on... actually, I might go take the castle first, because then as we come up and around, we can attack Karak Kadrin as well. And to get those 3 victories against the dwarfs, Confederate Durfu, and then continue on our quest to get more woods. Oh, that's what you're doing, eh? Being all sneaky, attacking my lands while we're away. Rainer von Senkelhoff is going to destroy us there. Is there any way to win this if we fight it? I think the Triple Silver Graveguard are just too much for us, I'm afraid. Like, we could have maybe kited back and stuff with the scouts, but oh, they've taken our land as well. That's fine. We can get vengeance. Don't even think about it, Empire. We're cool, man. We're cool. No, he's going to attack my... He's going to take the land that I want. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. Is all these nasty guys getting involved in my war? Okay, so let's move. What is your garrison like? Ooh, no. Okay, when someone said they were bad earlier, they're very bad. As in, like, it's nasty. What I think we're going to do then is actually come back to take this. Can't do it in a turn. No! Okay, we'll move 50% of our movement again then. So whichever way we decide to go between these two, we can make it. And then we'll encamp. So the woods is still gaining though. Okay, we're still going up. You guys want to be friends?
Come in peace. No.
No. Okay, they don't want to be friends. Kislev don't want to be friends.
Yes.
Avaland. Okay, that's fine. I may offer the counter peace treaty once they just have their capital standing, because then we can kind of ignore them and go take on the Dowie. We need 3 battles against the Dowie though. So I don't want to just like wipe them out in like 2 battles or something. Cool, what's up now? Did Eagles get buffed? They're so bad. They seem to have a new animation. Not animation, like a card. I think. Oh my god, what you... These guys. Oh, okay. I don't think we can win it, but I think we can do some damage, so I'm actually going to fight it. Because zombies, spearmen are going to do nothing. We just really need to kill those Graveguard. Which hopefully with the tree cannon and some rear attacks, maybe I mean the Lord will carry as well, but if we can break the back of this force so it doesn't continue to reeve through our lands, that'd be great. Sneaky pesky. Didn't know about that eagle pack, but regular eagles have a nice niche application. Yeah, they do. Though you have decent garrisons in like certain locations, like in all the woods, but yeah. So look, Hawk Riders, they can actually vanguard, they're useful, yay! Which is awesome, because they're such badass models. I don't know if their stats have changed much, off the top of my head. I mean, obviously these ones have glamour, so they're actually a bit weakened. But yeah, they have 360 Arc of Fire now, which is really useful. They fire while moving and all that kind of good stuff, so let us make the use out of them. So what do we want to shoot with them, though? Could we kill the Lord? And then cycle charge in, maybe? So what we'll do... And Shrieking can vanguard as well, which is awesome. So what we probably want to do is, honestly, sit in a forest, which is the most wood elf thing I've ever said. So we're just going to sit here defensively, like that. Just blob in the forest of trees. Feels so sweaty, but it needs to be done. And then he doesn't have any skirmishes, does he? No. So we're going to push forward with these guys. And their little group. As well. So let's try and take down the Crypt Ghouls, I suppose, because they have like no armor. And Hawk Riders can fly over for one, get a bit closer, make those shots connect. And just start doing damage to their lord. So maybe this is winnable, maybe it's not. Like, those Grave Guard are going to be tough, but we'll give it a good go. That lovely Archer Fire coming in. Some of the guys, these guys are glamoured, so their stats are going to be a bit worse than normal. But what speed are you? 40. Ooh, they can catch us as well.
For Eldrasor! At once!
Doing decent damage to their lord though. He's got really low armor, which is good for us. But I'd still rather get rid of the ghouls to start with, I think.
End them! Quickly!
I think the lord's really overextending, which is good news for us. Shooting them, keep coming back for you. Oh, that damage is so good.
We are tireless.
Let's accept him now.
Orders! Swiftly!
That unit can start on it.
Orders!
That unit just scouts into them.
Deepward archers!
Let's try and pull back if we can.
Straight away! Now!
So we want Shrieking pushing forward. A blob. Okay. If the Lord wants to run away, that's fine. I will shoot him as he does so. And because of the new... this is like the one thing everyone was worried about is like, oh, Wood Elves camping in trees, and that's just what I'm doing. Because the new shooting mechanic is actually going to help us out quite a bit as well.
Warriors of Arium!
Bring him down, bring him down!
Deepwood archers!
Okay, the Lord's getting pretty low. He's recharging me there, which is fine.
Of Athelloren!
As long as we can kill him. Now we have to hope the Tree King can hold. I think they were triple silver. You guys back here.
Yes!
Triple silver Grave Guard, which could be a little tough. But it looks like their Lord is going to bite dust, which is good for us. We have decent ammunition on these Hawk Riders as well, so we can fly over to the rear now. We really need you to shoot on the Grave Guard where possible. So let's push you around the flanks. One unit firing into all of this isn't too bad, because it's going to allow our drives to crumble around. Cool. So where are the Grave Guard? There they are. Not taking any damage yet, so we better start getting shooting to them.
As you command.
Let's get you guys behind.
Aye.
Yeah, let's take off fire at will, actually. I'm going to run around. We need all the ammunition to the Grave Guard, I think.
Ready? Speed! Children of Athelloren!
Continue to loop around. Both the Eagles doing fantastic work so far. I'm really impressed with these guys. Into the Grave Guard. Grave Guard's still looking pretty tanky. So are our Treekin. So all is not lost. Okay. And into the Grave Guard you go.
At once! Now!
Make sure everyone's pushing in where possible.
Foes of Athelern!
And start unleashing to the back of the Graveguard. Cool. A nice little surround here, and I think we've got this. I think we may have stopped the wrath of the vampire counts. I'm very interested to see how much damage these Hawk Riders did at the end. Like gold-wise, I think they've been pretty profitable. This tree, like here, shouldn't affect the arrows. So you can see, like, the arrows go straight through the tree. If the tree was a bit more like here, then it would still hit it, but it's a cool change. Yeah, the enemy's crumbling. Still focused down that same unit of Graveguard. What did we focus down? 2 Graveguard left? No, one's nearly gone. So let's get all the shots into that one. You guys can charge into combat now as well. Just to hopefully break their morale. I'm really happy with that victory. That was a good one. Let's get charging him. As the Hawks ride in, and it is a victory! A close victory, but my god, that was close. You've returned. Thank you, Zachary. Hope you're having a good time. I don't know if I'll do a head-to-head because I don't really do campaigns that much. I mean, if people want to see more campaigns, I'm happy to, but I'll definitely do some multiplayer battles up against you. I really wish I had like Steam keys to like give out to people so I can play battles against them as well. Because I actually miss doing quick battles quite a lot. Yeah, decent damage across the board. Great value on these guys. Nearly 700 and 800 worth of gold. But those Deepwood Scouts racking up 11,000 damage and 10,000 damage. That's insane. Shuriken as well. Just did a good job holding. But yeah, those Deepwood Scouts. One of them even gained a chevron there. And you can see the enemy army is just completely shattered. So we might as well take the gold. Technically they survive, but not really at the same time. And still lurking. But if we have a similar garrison up at the other place, I'm not too fast. That was pretty good stuff. And yeah, I thought that was going to happen, but that's fine. We're going to try to make friends with them. Lake it or leave it. Oh god. You have come across an enchanted lake deep within the forest, pure and untainted. It is seemingly blessed by an unknown source of powerful magic. As you approach it, a bright light emanates from the beneath the water. That seems weird. From the beneath of the water. Oh well. And the voice speaks to you in a familiar tongue. Whatever this spirit of the lake is, it requests that you not only leave the area immediately, but also that you thicken the thicket and copses around the lake so that it will not be found by others again. The tree spirit of the Wargrove could be invigorated should their roots be slacked by these magic waters, but if you decide to do as the lake spirit says, there may be a reward. So, we either gain plus 12% casualty replenishment rate, all armies for 10 turns, very useful considering our current situation of being behind enemy lines, or Blessings of the Lake, plus 20% research rate. I'm gonna slake up first. We're not scared of any little woodland factions. You guys are all taking attrition there. You guys want to be friends, please? No, they don't. That's sad. But I mean, once you've actually got this up all the way, and we've done the little, like, quest or whatever happens when you do it, we actually don't really have to worry about this area. We can just leave and move on and go hunt down what we want to hunt down. So, let us... Oh, what's your garrison like? Not terrible. I think we're gonna... It's a tough one, guys. I'm not sure what to do. I think we should probably stay in camp one more turn. Because we're going to be getting all that lovely replenishment rate. We might actually just pop across to here. Which is, yeah, plenty of time still. Let's go there so we're not taking attrition and then going camp stance. I know we're annoying these guys, but who cares. And next turn we'll pop back and attack again. So for research... let's see. We can go for the wisdom. Oh, although Wisdom of the Eagle Lords as well. Armor, pierce, and weapon damage plus 25 for Great Eagles. Physical resistance to eagles. Provides line of sight over all magical forest regions. Beware, this will make distant foes aware of you. That's pretty cool, though. I'm going to go for that. We've got the gold. We don't have any eagles yet, but that's very Lord of the Rings-esque. That's kind of cool. I might actually get us an eagle as well soon, because I believe we can now recruit them. Unless I'm lying. No, we have eagles. We have Great Eagles. So I may get a Great Eagle as well at some point. Need fairy dragons. I skid leap to my head-to-head with deadly bunnies now. I love you, Ducky. And chat. Yeah, man. Peace out, Zachary. Thanks for tuning in, bub. Hope you did indeed enjoy. Okay, looks like the vampire counts are kind of leaving me alone for now, which is fine. And if like the secondary faction accounts kind of take over, I don't mind. I guess we are at war with them for now, but... No, don't do it! Don't you nick my land! Oh, no. Okay, this is fine, because now we can... put all our attention in. Right, so how's that? Well, look at the world map. We can now see all of these areas, which is pretty cool. Forest of Gloom, we can see, is held now by greenskins. We can see literally everywhere, which could give us some useful trade agreements and stuff with people. Or like alliances and stuff. So that's cool. We can see literally everywhere now. But at the same time, where are we? There we are. Oh, we can actually see what could be useful is Oak of Ages. What's happening around here? Doesn't look like much. Big old garrison, but honestly not that scary. So, can we take the castle is the question. I think to end out the stream, it's going to be streaming for a while, we're going to go and try to face the dwarfs and then get Durfu. So let's move just 50% for now. That's not far at all. Go there. Camp stance and we'll chill out. What is Drycha, melee or mage? Both! She's both, I forgot my name. Do you control the Oak of Ages as Drycha? No, not to start with at least. We are healing it though, which is important. But I think it's kind of handled the normal warrior faction. I can go double check, but I don't think we can affect it. I think just by the fact we're healing all these other forests, it will itself get healed. So the vampire counts are retreating, which is fine. Oh no! Oh no, it's here. Okay, whew. I thought Crack Cadron had been taken out. So let us. How many turns does that take? Okay, let's get. Oh, it's always attrition. Why does that take so much? Oh, I was going to move across a river. Right, in that case, we're gonna go for a full-on yeet. I think we're gonna go all the way to here. I'm just gonna lag it. There we go. So we don't take attrition in here. So, Krakadrin, we need you. We need you to send out armies so we can defeat them. And apart from that, we've got a decent amount of money left. Now we are building the final settlement, so I think we don't. We'll build one of those for now. But yeah, for who was wondering, asking the question earlier as well on like cities, you can build like their unique buildings if they've got like a trade resource building there, which is quite useful. But apart from that, I don't know what happens if you take a capital.
Never.
We haven't fully taken one yet. So let's see if the vampire counts want peace now.
Thou hast trespassed.
They do not. They do not at all, which is fine. Do any of the... So I can see so many more factions now, which is good to know. Dwarfs really like me. What's up, guys?
All here are honored dwarf king.
Okay, yeah, they're nothing to do with Crack Cadrin. So, you guys want all of this? Wait, what was the other options? You guys want to be buddies?
Oath bow.
Cool, we're allies with the dwarfs, which is a weird thing for Drycha to do and say, but, you know, I think for now, it's going to be beneficial for us. Zoothbar we're not going to be friends with, because we may want to kick their butt, as well as Ongrim. Apart from that,
there is only venom. Come in peace.
I like Alathanar.
Perhaps you may even leave.
So,
Lower
no, that's fine. And see all the lizard men now, which is really nice. But these are the guys we really want to talk to. They still don't like us, however. What about Kislev?
The bear roars
No,
at its
that's fine. That's all good. And we're going to continue our advance out. Next turn into Dwarf territory. More of a support lord. Yeah, Drycha's support lord, pretty decent melee combatant all round, but not like a fantastic powerhouse or anything. But she's incredibly cheap, has some useful abilities that she can summon those units of dryads behind enemy lines and the like. And the fact she's also a shadow caster. Shadow is a pretty good law of magic. There we go. I think we'll be seeing her relatively often in multiplayer once the initial hype has died down.
This forest's health has improved enough to enable a ritual of rebirth, which will permanently guarantee its rejuvenation. But beware, hostile forces will attempt to disrupt the ritual once it begins.
So Dark Elves are confederated, Cracked Dawn's been destroyed. We do have the ritual available, which is really good. But we will need an army here. So what we're going to do, probably for the stream, is we're going to attack the dwarves. If I can find... Oh, I need a dwarf army, though. Because I need to win 3 battles against them. And I don't think we can take the city. We can take the city, but... Do I want to take the city? It's kind of a different question. We defeat the 4 dwarves 3 times. We confederate with Durfu, we come back to the Griffin Wood, we win that battle, and then that's probably where we close the stream. So, I mean, we could attack Crack Cadrin, force our army back, and then take the next settlement, because they have the lair, which is somewhere lurking around here. Move around here is only not too crazy. Flare war. War! Oh! Will the, yeah, the dwarfs are with us! We have the dwarfs against the dwarfs. We've turned them against each other. Oh, that's not promising. Oh, come on, we would destroy that. We would destroy that. Oh, there's the walls though, cool. Just got a load of stuff. We may be forced to fight it. Apart from that back here, everything's going good. We're starting to make a decent amount of money a turn now. Public order. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, what's the time, guys? 6:30. We started streaming about 4, I think. So we've got a pretty decent amount of time out of this stream so far. The dwarves are rallying to our cause. I love it. Just hopefully they don't destroy Crack Cadrin too quickly. As though we need to win battles against dwarves. If we have to betray our dwarven allies, we'll definitely consider it. The Vaughn Carstones, yeah, if you want to be friends, that's completely cool with me. But that is a lot of money. And they rejected that, that's fine. At least they're open to the idea of peace. We kind of are far more powerful than them. Like, owning lands isn't so important to the Wood Elves, to be honest. You just really want to own these big forests. Like, other lands, kind of optional, and we're going to just sack a lot of settlements to really make our money. Like a much cooler Norska. For the greener good, a stranger of the Azrai tentatively approaches the Wargrove. Before you can follow your instincts and immediately impale him with your sharpest branch limb, he earnestly reveals he's a messenger sent from a nearby conclave of Wood Elves. He speaks of the most great threats to the woodlands and how by working together they can overcome for the good of all the forest and the tree spirits within. What say you? We can gain diplomatic relationships with the wood elves. Or we can do what Drycha would do and point a wooden middle finger towards them and increase our own troops. Which is what we're going to do.
Your prestige grows, my lord.
Ooh.
News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Well, that's all good. People know the name Drycha. I've known to fear it. And we've gained a lot of money from that. Perfect stuff. And yeah, we need to just keep going, keep growing. Which is good. So it's got a ton of money. No dwarf forces yet to be seen. Now what is the autumn result? Oh, it's so bad. But I hate fighting sieges, I really do. And we do magic damage actually, so this is going to be a bit harder than I think. Because the dwarfs all have magic resistance. Hopefully they're sending a relief force. Can we take you out mid-siege?
Hunting.
Yeah, we can. Cool. Let's go have a little look.
Swiftly.
So here's the other dwarfs. They have a pretty big army in there, Ungrim. So if he starts to walk through, we'll intercept him instead and beat him before probably bouncing over here to take this lair instead. And hopefully that'll give us the three victories we need. And we can just leave Crackadrim. Come back at a later time. Well, I'm out. Thanks for the stream, Duck. See you next time. No worries, man. Thanks for coming in. We'll hopefully be having a stream on Monday. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. It could be a continuation of this. Could be my player stream if I can get enough players with early access together to play it, basically. Morglaw, Mork's Chosen. Sounds like a bit of a get to me. And vampires still just running around, up to no good. Just random, this lizard man halfway across the continent. Oh, they declared war on me. Bit rude. Let's get the dwarfs in there. Just gonna make the dwarfs at war with everyone. Literally just encountered Brakvar as well, but they've been confederated straight away. The Creeping Death, that's a cool name. I guess they're from the woods, the Forest of Gloom. So that could make life a little bit more difficult for the Dowie in future campaigns as well. That's all good. That's fine. That's fine as well. Sword of Cain's been claimed by someone. So, looks like Ungrim is not fussed about Crackadrin so far. So we have 2 battering rams. Let's make sure we have at least 1 siege tab before we have to assault this. It's actually going to be really tough as well. The tree man can bat down the gate and do some decent work. Hopefully we get some good pendulums, I suppose. Really much rather they kind of charge out, but how long till they stop? Can't remember how to check that. Yeah. 5 turns. It's a rather long time.
Protector of the forest. Death comes for him.
Failure, that's fine. Needs to give it his best. Give it a good go. Do you think Wood Elves in campaign are now easier or tougher to play than before the rework? Good question. They're much more fun to play. Much more fun. Amber mechanics gone. This is a bit of a weird campaign still. I'm showing you Drycha, but it's because it hadn't really been shown before much, so it kind of won our poll. But Orion and Durfu, I think it's just got so much more variety than before. I don't know if that's going to answer your question. I don't think it's necessarily like way harder or way easier. Drycha's probably is a bit harder. But the standard factions, I think the level of difficulty may be the same, but it's way more fun. Like it's like being able to jump around the map and do these like special thematic quests and stuff. I think it's a lot better in general. And honestly, I'm not like giving like a review or anything of the DLC yet. I'll probably do that before release maybe. But this DLC is, especially if you're a Wood Elf multiplayer, it's a must. It's so good.
The forest is
So kind of
whispering.
adding that extra layer of stuff.
They will die.
Hey, we assassinated a dwarf. Just send in a message. Let's actually improve our assassination rate. We'll go annoy Ungrim if he doesn't want to come out. So, I think we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do it, guys. And we're going to attack. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Hope you guys, everyone who's watching, is enjoying so far. I know these streams are never as popular as our multiplayer streams, but I still really appreciate you guys coming out to check me out, do some different stuff as well. What on earth is that? It's just a tree. We literally have a tree on wheels, on logs. Oh, that is beautiful. That is hilarious. Is that like antlers at the front? Okay, that's pretty cool design, but it's just a tree. That's funny. Right, now I know there's ways to like cheese this and stuff. We're actually not going to take the ram. I don't know why I've bothered with that. We've got a tree man. Where you like hide all your like units on one side and stuff. But we're probably just gonna have a bit of fun with it and give it a go. So let's pop you guys. We're gonna attack like the left side. Think with everything. Just get everyone on the left side. Eagles are going to be useful as well. The tree man is going to like solo down the center. So this could be the end. This is a pretty scary fight we're going to be having here, honestly. You guys have a ram as well. I don't think the ram's needed. I think what we'll do. If you guys drop that, we'll go to the Eternal Guard. Eternal Guard have a bit better arm pierce and stuff, and obviously not the magic damage. Apart from that, we're just going to assault this flank. I'm nervous. This is going to be a tough fight. We do have the summons, which is going to play to our strengths a little bit.
Bowman ready.
So once the gate's down, we're just going to charge with our wolves and try to get on the square to pull the dwarves back, although it's not a particularly like deep fortress. So they're going to be able to fall back to it rather quickly. And oh, that Winds of Magic's not good. Cool. Let's just push there. Big tree man. Go knock some sense into these pesky dowie. Let's fly all the way over the back with the eagles to start with, just to give the enemy something to think about. As soon as we can do a big fat pendulum, we shall. Might wait for an overcast. This guy's kind of lurking. So I've got a Dwarf Lord back here still, which is fine. Let's go pester some of these long-range troops. It's going to be a tough slog. That is for sure. Oh, you guys just drop the weapon and get running.
At pace. Armed and ready. The forest wills it.
Oh, you can't drop that on walls. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have to use our magic a bit differently. So let us feebly throw these guys. Pushing our eagles, which is fine. Let's get the eagles to dart down. Drycha over here as well. She's going to be needed.
Quickly.
Hopefully, just through sheer weight of numbers on this flank, we should be able to push through. But we're going to lose a lot of men in the process. Or a lot of trees, I suppose. Eagle's done a good job as well. Let's continue to drop some nastiness on the actual fighting troops. pushing along. Is the door down yet? No.
Eternal Guard!
Yeah, we're just going to try to keep moving along as where possible. Don't need to hunt down routing dwarfs, we just need to keep going. So keep moving through. The great door of Kazakh is being knocked on here. Wow, it's so close to breaking down. Go assassinate their lord at that point. Oh, you know what you're doing, guys. So in we go. Flood the gates we shall to their lord. Also hunted down thunderers. That's a nice little shot as well along the wall of all the madness that is unfolding. Battle of Helm's Deep. We haven't actually taken that much damage, honestly. I'm surprised. Let's drop in a demon spell on their lord. Really try and punish him as quickly as possible. Keep daring to stand in our way. Load his leadership. Let's literally whack him with everything we've got. Just beat him down. These eagles have done so much work here. I'm a massive fan of them so far. Scouts, you just chill out. Have a good time. You guys go there. We'll bring our Eternal Guard and stuff back to the walls, but I think that's basically just going to be the Slayers left standing, right?
Our bows are yours!
Yeah, so we can actually get all attack there. Let us also drop just an Arcos on them, might as well. And dropping a freedom attack. Cool, so down they go. The Slayers not having a particularly great time of it. Surrounded by giant eagles pecking at them, but they do die to the last dowry, which is the way I'm sure they'd want to go. At least trying to defend their homes and the like as they get picked apart here. The last few Slayers there do get dragged to the dirt by angry trees and flapping eagles, and those guys really packed a punch here actually, and it helped out quite massively. True MVPs, I think. We'll have to see their kills and stuff at the end. We have taken Crack Drim. Wood Elves over High Elves agree? Hell yeah, man. It's always been like that. Oh, the Siege Towers, yeah, the Siege Towers was that's so funny. Yeah, those eagles, 117 kills. Even against like quarrelers and stuff, that's impressive. We really didn't take too much damage, so now what we need to lure out Ungrim, because I need to face 2 more battles against him. Actually, can't I sack this and then come back and sack it next turn? And that would count as 2 battles? I think. And they shouldn't really have too much of an army. Or I can attack straight away because of the tree man. So I think what we'll do is sacking it. Hopefully this works. Nice talisman of protection. Let's pimp up Drycha a little bit. Let's give a Scent of Blood because that increases all her like little special units. And we can even just drop another one of those. Awesome. The dwarfs will know pain. Yeah, and that counts as a battle there, so I'll have to see if the second one also counts as a battle. As for our woods, I mean, like, no one's invading this. Look at that garrison. So I'm not too worried, honestly, about getting back and protecting it. Let us... Ooh. No, we're going to go up the left-hand side. So let us get the dragon, or the possibility of getting a dragon. We can get so many good units, but we've just been on such a war path. We haven't really gone back yet to increase our strength, but that's fine for now. Is that tech, the buff eagle, also available to other wood elf factions? Yes, it is. The Great Eagle one, I assume you mean. I believe it is, because I did, as I said before, like the first 20 turns or so of the Sisters campaign, and I'm pretty sure it was good. Can you guys see my face, by the way, on the face cam? Because if not, I do have this as well to like brighten up, if that helps. Just let me know. So nasty vampire counts. Going to be running through me, which is fine. Like, I know it seems weird not finishing them off, but the Wood Elf campaign really isn't about like gaining a ton of territory. It's about increasing these woods. And I quite like also the potential of having like a power base in Durfu's faction to help us take down the other Wood Elves and stuff while we go about cleansing the forests. So yeah, we can just auto that. Oh, we took way more damage than before. And then so we just suck it again and then come back one more time. I think so. So did that count as a battle? They did! Awesome! Okay, we don't even have to worry about Ungrim over here. Yeah, the pesky little boy will come back to our army.
Your actions are in vain.
Oh, can we not get there this turn? Okay, that's fine.
Stalking.
Oh, she's got 20. Okay, makes sense. Let's get rid of... Oh, expand. I want to let's merge. Merge. There you go.
Yes, silently. They will be stopped.
After the next turn, but that's fine. So yeah, this research Wisdom of the Eagles is for both, for all the factions, I think. Increase our hawks. That Winds of Magic would be nice. Immune to storm and reef attrition, income from all ports plus 100%, which is really good, but we don't need it yet, unfortunately. So let us increase income. Drycha. Let's go for Dark Heart. Let's keep increasing our little free buddies we can get. The time is soon. Nice, yes, nice indeed. It's some good stuff. The Bone Rattlers just chilling over on the side there, which is again fine. Oh, looks like our people we want to be friends with are currently been attacked. Maybe that make them weaker and more open to joining us. Let's see. We'll do some diplomacy in a bit because we've not done it for a few times. We lose like so many troops, and in reality we would just walk over it, but this time... Oh, I don't even get much by raising it, but we're going to raise it to the ground. Yes! Okay, so your foray against the dwarfs have been met with Durfu's approval. Despite the past assistance your kind have given the unrelenting stubborn mountain dwellers, they were never going to see the error of their ways in retaining their petty grudges against Athalloran, so it had to be taught a lesson, which is in turn only going to create more grudges, and the cycle goes on, but anyway. The Elder Ancient is now open to joining you in a confederation. Alternatively, you can leave him to tend to Glade, and he will channel its energies to aid you. So, we can either confederate, which we're going to do, or we can install them as kind of like a not puppet, but as the Grove Tender, giving us plus 20 diplomatic relations with them, and Athalloran will be healed an extra 20, but I think we're gonna go for the confederate here. So we've got a new province. We also are now making negative money, because it looks like he has 2 armies for some reason. Do the other... Okay, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys dislike us now. Oh, what is this? They've got the plague! Oh no! Oh, 1 turn remaining. Okay, that's fine. So, we've gained Durfu's army, which we want to keep. But we've also gained this other army with some really cool Waystalkers and stuff in. And, like, Castle's Beasts. Maybe we can, yeah, maybe move some over here. Looks like he's changed all his units.
Weaving a path.
So, if we give you like the characters, maybe for 1 of each, then probably don't need. Oh, there you go. I don't think we need any more Treekin, really. Well, we can. No, I don't think we need more Treekin.
Moving.
So we can do that. Oh no, did I? Oh, Muppet, I think I only.
Spellweaver of Athalloran.
Cool. So I'll pick you 2 over. Cool. And then all of you, gone. Doesn't quite help our money fully. I don't think we need the Way Watchers here. I love Way Watchers, but one unit in an army isn't really going to help. And that is a beastly army now, which we can use to kind of conquer nearby territories and stuff if we want to go to war with the other elves. And we've gained the Waterfall Palace as well, which we can even upgrade now if we wanted to a Great Hall. Which I think we're actually going to do. Bam. It's a ton of money. We've just blown all our money in one big load, but that's fine. We now have Drycha here, who is dangerously closer to the Oak of Ages, which is good news for us. So we have Drycha. Let's just make sure there's no one else. We have you lurking, but that's fine. You're going to join anyway.
They will not succeed.
Cool, and then we are going to march ourselves back home. Cool, what we're going to do then is do the ritual, and that will probably end out the stream, because I don't know what happens in the ritual. Drycha's here. Is anyone nearby that we really want to mess with?
Lord of the Glade.
Like any of the other elves? Obviously we're not going to get on with them particularly well. I could always raid Britannia lands as well. Is there any... I mean, we could even... Honestly, at this point, what I'm going to do is... I can't teleport him, can I? Because I need to be near the Oak of Ages, I think. Let's double check that. So let's go over here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get Drycha home. So now we have Drycha over here. We've just gained like a 20 stack over here. And his palace isn't really going to be under threat because the other elves don't hate us yet. Let's see if... oh no, they very much hate us. Okay, so Confederation does actually still affect. But that's fine. We don't care about his city over there necessarily. And its garrison is disgustingly strong. So if they wanted to take it, they're not going to be able to. And from here, we can activate the ritual now.
Enemies muster nearby to disrupt the ritual. They can be weakened if attacked before the appearance of their forces, even if the ensuing battle is lost. The ritual cannot be stopped. But you will receive additional rewards if you control the forest at its conclusion. Okay,
so yeah, we want to destroy these places, which is fine, because we've just teleported Drycha over here. And we have to hold out for 8 turns. So Drycha is on the warpath. The fact Drycha can Vanguard is just the coolest. We're making a tiny loss each turn, but that's fine. Oh, we also have Branch Rave just kicking around. Okay, you're gone. Any other little lords of ours?
There can be no vanity.
Which is fine. And then, did we move? Oh, we have another mission here as well. But that's not actually kind of our fault, that one. Ah, we can give an office slot to Drycha as well, and her, who hopefully I deleted. So Drycha, Speaker of the Forest. So Tree King gains Stalk. That is hilarious, and Drycha himself would have Stalk, which is good. Minus upkeep for Dryads would be useful, just because we are suffering with money at the moment. Minus upkeep for Treemen. Treeman units plus 8 defense. I don't think he would count as a Treeman though. I know he is one, but I think we're going to go for the minus upkeep, even though I really want to do Speakers of the Lost. And I mean, I guess I can add you somewhere. But actually, there's no point because I did delete her. So let's double check we did get rid of her. Yeah, we did. I love that Drycha's name changes. Drycha Bitterbark. That's cool. His campaign model still looks incredibly badass. Cool, 10 turns left, guys. We've been streaming for a long time. It's like one of the longest streams I've done. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. It's coming up to like 4 hours. No, 3 hours, I think. Oh, our good old buddies, the dwarfs. Thorgrim. Morgler, Mork's Chosen, that's a pretty cool name as well. I'd love to be the Chosen of Mork or Gork. Preferably both, although they might argue over you, which would be a bit of a nightmare. The Bone Rattlers are certainly making their presence known, but at least they're a bit of a shield, I suppose, up against the forces of chaos. And it looks like we have another incursion as well, so perhaps if we deal with all of these, the final battle will be a bit easier, and if we kind of leave them, it's a bit more of a struggle. But so we're definitely going to be able to get a few of them. Yeah, forest invasion, that's fine. Durfu is going to float over here. And we'll auto-resolve, because we'll try and get to this big final battle. Which I'm assuming there's a battle. And we're just going to replenish. And he's got the Wand of Jet, which is fine. Nothing too special. And then we can continue our march. So we're going to pick up this one probably with our normal Lord. So let's dart this way towards this one. Yeah, we may as well just chuck her somewhere for now. To get rid of that. And what have they done to Durfu Bitterbark? Bonuses to Dryad. So his skill tree's changed a little bit as well, it would seem. He's also gained Sight Beyond Sight. Possessed by the Trickster God, plus 10 melee defenses. Very good, actually, and it's to all allies nearby, so we're going to give him that. The Spellsinger knows pretty much nothing, so let's teach her some spells. These guys, we're just going to give arrows to Colonels to everyone. Because we are now starting to come up against cannons and mortars once more. So Drycha can just fall as fast as possible. Oh, maybe not. She's very beat up. She needs to get home as quickly as possible, I think. So we want to go around that. It's in camp for now. Durfu might have to do a bit of carrying and kind of do most of the heavy lifting here. Ooh. Hey, Thorgrim's getting some victories over against Wozag, the Great Green Prophet. Which is what I like to see. Hopefully the Dwarfs don't get battered anymore. I mean, Dwarfs used to be completely dominant in campaigns, as far as I could tell. And then the Greenskin update happened, and then Dwarfs just get crumpled. So hopefully they're a bit more even now. And I think the mass changes are going to help Dwarfs out quite a lot in multiplayer. Well, they're one of the factions who are going to appreciate it the most. I'm just going to minimise you guys for a second. Check Discord as I just mean to organise something with someone, but looks like we're fine. And let's open your glorious faces back up again. Cool. So Forest Invasion begins, which is that force of the Empire, and more Empire here as well. So looking pretty scary. Lots of cannons, and Drycha may have to once again kind of go in encamp stance, I think. So let's move there. We're not actually making many friends here, are we? No, they're getting pretty shady of us bouncing around like this. Durfu is going to march to war. Cool. 8 turns to go. Don't think we want to upgrade anything yet. We're still kind of waiting on more money to income. And yeah, good stuff. So yeah, we're literally going to kind of zoom through these turns until we get to see what happens when the tree is completed. I'm assuming a battle will unfold or an army will spawn. Maybe it is just these smaller ones and we're just dealing with them quite comfortably early on. Alric Bright coming down to Vanqueror's Hills as well to say hello. I love that Grimgor's force is now called Grimgor's Ardboys. It makes so much orky sense. Bone Rattler's really going on a warpath as well. The Vampire Count's just running around taking attrition everywhere. I suppose they didn't really have too many homes left because we destroyed them all, and they've all been taken over now by the Von Karsteins, who I've always thought a little bit cooler than the basic ones anyway. Although Blood Knights in general are pretty badass as well. sneaky little gits there. I've managed to take down some of my dwarven allies. Although realistically, I don't think Drycha cares too much for the lives and thoughts of the dwarfs. Ooh, okay, so they're all coming for my little base. So maybe this is kind of what's the final battle is. The Cult of Sotek have started stuff. That's fine. That's fine. So this is actually kind of good news because we can now just actually get to friendly territory, which we can't this turn. Yeah, we'll probably full and run this, I think, into Mordheim. Cool, so we're finally back in friendly territory. Drycha's been running around like a mad lady. Let us slay Constellamen here. Oh, we're probably going to have to face this one. Those cannons are going to be a problem. That is a lot of mobility which we cannot match. So we're going to destroy their ground forces. The cannons, outriders are going to do so much work to us. So we'll have to fight it and pray we're good. Did you conquer another forest yet? Not yet. No, not yet. We're trying to just ensure the Griffin Wood gets fully done first. And then that's probably we're going to end the stream. But we're right next to the Oak of Ages as well, because we've obviously confederated Durfu, whose new name is Durfu Bitterbark. Okay, so I want to get right up in their face. As quickly as possible. This is going to be brutal stuff. These Wild Riders are going to be very busy indeed. Just keep them on the flank.
Waystalker ready.
We literally only have Weiss and Wild Form.
Wild Riders.
Cool. So these guys are going to arrow Kernos straight away, like the cannons or something. There's lots of woods here, so that might be a little tricky. Durfu has Flock of Doom as well. Nice. Does Durfu's colour scheme change when he's with us? No, it's still the same. He kind of fits in anyway. Cool. So
I hear you.
let's get it started. In there.
We accept.
Advance all our forces.
As you say.
Let's really shut down that great cannon and start advancing. As we run through the trees, of course, we are going to have a bit of an advantage fighting in the woods. I mean, if we can take the cavalry on here as well, it's not so bad. Knights of the Blazing Sun are going to be a big problem. I don't think we're going to lose, but it's we're going to take damage, which is something we can't afford to do too much. We'll keep pushing through with the Dryades as well.
Hunters. Ride them down.
In particular, the grenade launchers are going to be a pain. Let's keep just driving through.
Going forth.
Get you guys sniping on the grenade launchers if you can.
Blast them.
Let's try and get Durfu over here as well. These Wild Riders are certainly getting in their payments, or like they're paying for themselves. Here, I'll get Flock of Doom down. Probably best to try and kill their lord and just try and break their forces rather than hunt down all these skirmishes. Because the Wild Riders now are taking a bit of a beating. Let's fall back at you. Sacrifice some Dryades into the great skirmish gods. Just kill everything which doesn't have a horse and isn't mobile. And if the allies are going to stay nearby though, then we of course can. Let's hunt him down. We're even going to drop the Wild Form and Durfu. Even more like overkill versus poor Lyman here. He's going to get destroyed. Then we need to try and force army losses realistically rather than hunting all these troops down. We may lose the Wild Riders here. just chase outwards for now. Try to get close enough to them to like break the morale or something.
Of course.
By your command.
Luckily these Empire forces didn't hear about the update, so they don't realise that the cannons can't shoot through trees. Let's keep pushing with Durfu as well. Cool. The Wild Riders still alive? They are. Catching some Outriders as well. We'll finish off them, we can jump across to these crossbowmen. Outriders are holding firm for now. I guess they do outnumber us quite a bit. But all these forces can just
Go!
start moving
Following
this way.
orders.
Orders received. Right.
Yeah, we're slowly like catching units and picking them off. Worst comes to worst, we can just kind of hide in the trees, but I think if we put enough pressure on, we should hopefully be able to just break their forces.
Swift. With haste.
Let's get the majority of our forces. Yeah, okay, phew. Wild Riders did survive, and did pretty good in the end, I think, as well. Yeah, the Wild Riders are glamoured as well. I mean, I can double check, but I'm 99% sure. Just all Elven units, and the Wild Riders kind of fight for Orion, and Drycha, not a big fan of Orion. So I'm assuming they got, 10,000 damage! Love it. 9,000 by Durfu as well. Good stuff. And we've still got one more Empire army to deal with, and then maybe a final one appears as well. Or maybe they just keep spawning until we've done all the turns, I'm not sure. Let us abduct, because we want the health, because we're probably going to have to go into the fight another battle. Oh, he still survives, but we'll run him down. So let's finish him off quickly. Oh, we can't. Okay, that's fine. We're actually going to get us some... No, we don't need the magic, maybe. Let's increase our like dryads and stuff, maybe. Plus armor for Tree King and Tree Men. We're probably going to get quite a lot of them in this army. We'll use her as our caster instead. So let's get a Pan's Impenetrable Belt Starve to pit on top of Durfu, keep him fast, keep him immune to missiles a bit more. And as for you, we're going to do the standard. Eye of Kurnos. Cool. And then Drycha is currently hanging out here. What's in this army? Pretty similar stuff. Okay. Pretty similar stuff. Yeah, Durfu Bitterbark. How cool is that? Yeah, sorry man, I didn't realise you missed out. Yeah, we confederated Durfu and then we teleported him using the world route system over back here. So we actually have Durfu like rolling around protecting us, which is really good fun. So we also have a settlement all the way in Athelloren. All the other elves really hate me for obvious reasons, but also because we did the confederation. But our garrison there is so strong, it's like, you know what, we'll bring him back so we can do this, like cleanse the forest completely. Which is all good. Let's speed that up. And we're allies with the dwarfs as well, which I know makes no sense, but it does my mind. And after we're finished with this, by the way, guys, I'm going to be dropping another video straight away afterwards, which is a multiplayer battle. And I think this one's going to be focusing on these sisters. So if you are into that, let me know. Okay, yeah, he's attacked over his little raggedy band, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. I need to defeat this lord. Let's join the garrison. I wonder if he'll actually attack still. Because Drycha still probably needs just the one more turn before they get involved. We can actually recruit so many awesome Finns now as well. But it all takes so long. Cool. So kind of zooming through these turns, but I just really want to see what happens when we get the Griffin Wood completely. Oh yeah, War of the Other Elves yet? Not yet, but they're not fans of me, so soon. Soon, I think. Yay, Blackthorn has returned. And There's like Lizardman halfway across the road declared war on me and then offers peace like 2 turns later with money, which I'm completely fine with. Okay, so they're gonna fight this. I do not know why the balance of power is so even. We're going to butcher them. Hardcore style. Magnus Holes. He has the moustache, but Bitterbark is not going to be too impressed, I don't think. I think what we're going to do is mainly sacrifice our allies. It depends where they come in from, I suppose, but we might just chuck them at the enemy. Oh, looks like we actually start with them. Okay. Now, this is a nightmare of units. So all of you are just going to rush. And all of you are also just going to rush. It's an stoppable just wall of wood walking towards the enemy. Wild Rangers cannot vanguard. Sad times. So you guys are going to be the backup, forced to watch the glory of the woodland realm from afar. Cripple you guys. And then we're going to keep you all in behind. So she is pretty useless at the moment. Keep her back with the other elves. They don't get the honour of being in the vanguard. And we'll keep all you guys in the front. Cool. So start battle. Instantly going to raid up them. It's coming up the great cannon, and you guys are all going to advance. Ugh, going to get some horrible damage done to us initially. No!
Hurry!
No.
Go!
Okay, that's not good.
Armed and ready.
That's fine. At least their knights are distracted in the back line. So if it's going to pop up, and our tree man's going to keep pushing as well. Struggle like them. And you also arrows of chaos. That one might break. And let's get our elven reinforcements up. Like the trees are all like, oh, we don't need no elves, and then all of a sudden everything starts going bad, and I'm like, ah, elves! Where are you? You betrayed us, not helping. Okay. These Glade Riders can literally just skirmish into the sunset, which is fine. No one expects the Treekin flank maneuver. Okay, we've broken into the back line now. So we're just going to keep pushing. Keep the scouts, let's just finish off that great cannon if we can.
Swiftly!
All these troops are garrison troops as well, so it doesn't matter too much if we lose them. Cool, looks like the last pocket of strength is kind of on this left hand side. It's a really hammer home Magnus here though. It's a glorious fashion. The brave man of Empire, in fairness, he thinks he's in the right thing, but he's certainly not. He's just kind of strolling, just going out for a walk in the trees. Can't identify which ones are the wood elves, sadly, and is running for the hills quite quickly now. Really pocketing them for the means. Cool, it looks like even the skirmishes are starting to break. Let's get in there. Surround for the last strength of Reichsguard. And I think we're all good. Don't mess with the woodland folk, guys. It's never a good time. Unless you are the woodland folk, of course. Robert, do you know any of the dwarf changes? Yes, man. Does Drycha get a new name when confederated? I don't know. Don't know, Drycha Sweetbark. Oh, that'd be nice. That's a wood war. Yeah, so dwarfs have some changes. I mean, mass affects them quite heavily because dwarfs in general have really high mass. So you cannot, like, unless it's like a heavy chariot going at some speed, you're not going to be able to pull through dwarfs in the same way that you could before. The white dwarf is now unbreakable, and Grumbrunner has no fear, is now area of effect, but also gives melee defense, plus 24 I believe. Ungrim's been changed, a little less attack, a little bit more defense, which he had like ample supply of attack anyway, so he has been improved. But that's all I really know on the dwarfs so far, I think. But good stuff. I didn't lose too many troops. Lost the Wild Riders, which sucks. That was my bad, but... And we're going to release captives, because we're just going to butcher them in a second anyway. So, River of Nightmares. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, we don't want Chaos Corruption at all. And we have the... oh god, we have to go all the way back to our start. But we have the quest as well for Durthu. I love the fact his name switches to Bitterbark when he sides with the evil forces, rather, or not evil, but well, kind of evil. Drychas instead of staying with the Wood Elves. So let's Drycha have some fun and finish off Magnus. And then ordered some more code as well. Let us just hang out here. Because we literally have 3 turns left. Ensure the settlement is under your control when the ritual completes to receive additional rewards. Okay, so if it just grants it, like, it still carries on, but like if you own it, you get more rewards. So let's defend it with our lives. We have so much money, my god. Let's get that. Oh, and we can have a special building for him. Minus 20% for Treekin all armies, and a recruitment cost, and minus construction. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. So Durthu the Bitterbark has been increased, and we're going to keep going with Ancient Bark. Give some physical resistance to our Treekin. And for that spellcaster, let's get Flock of Doom. I know we've already got it with Durthu, but it's just such a useful spell. And sight beyond sight. God, we have so many characters. Let's increase training. And here's Drycha, the Lady of the Hour. Oh, I quite like that. But I think we're going to start down this path. Oh wow, okay. So the Roused by Wrath ability is going to increase in range, and the Dryads won't disappear, so we literally get 3 units of Dryads every battle, which is pretty insane. Yeah, Dwarfs are going to be pretty good, I think. I think they needed the help, honestly. Some people think they're OP, and some people think they're terrible. But they get really abused by chariots, and it made them really unfun to play in those matchups. They want peace, that's fine, Langrim. I've got no beef with you. We killed the dwarves we needed to kill to get Durthu on side. So yeah, dwarves I think are going to be pretty good. The Wood Elf Dwarf matchup isn't as hard as it was for Wood Elves. I think they've got a few tools. I actually have a video coming out about it probably tomorrow. Because I'm going to be dropping 2 videos a day until release. I'm just going to chill here. For the remaining 2 turns, I think. But it's still like the worst matchup in the game, I think. I don't know how you win as Wood Elves, and now they've got a few more tools. And I did a bout with Samurai War I'm going to show off, where I just think like Zotes aren't the answer, which people think they might be. I think Blade Singers maybe. So you take Blade Singers who do magic damage, so you don't think they're big against dwarfs, but you take a branch rope with them with the shard, which gives a dampening effect, minus 22% magic resistance. You combine them together and you just carve your way through quite nicely. So technology has been researched, which is grand. Do we want any of you yet? I really want this building. Oh, it unlocks once we complete the rebirth. Okay, Overgrown Temple. Yeah, just look at those rewards. That's pretty crazy. So that's definitely what we're going to save up for, I think. But beforehand, let us go Let's get maybe a better garrison, I think. Because we just really, like, you'll see what I mean. Like, you also have an absolute powerhouse as the Wood Elves in one location, and you'll have those dotted around the map rather than have like a big, like, overflown empire. Which is it's an interesting way to play. It's very different, which is why I quite like it at the moment. Let's move on. Plus Winds of Magic starting would be nice. Minus upkeep for elf units, we don't really use. Enemy siege highlight time -4, however, is very lovely. But I think we can come back to that. I think the Winds of Magic is going to be a bit more key. And how many turns have left? Just the one. So let's see if anything happens. And then we'll close out the stream. What's up? Keep up the high IQ plays, I wish. Who is your favourite faction to play as, and also lore-wise? So, my favourite faction, I main Lizardmen, and they're probably my favourite lore-wise. I love a lot lore-wise. I love the Dwarfs, I love the Wood Elves. In particular, both those factions and Lizardmen. Oh, I'll explain in a sec. Bam. Okay. Looks like we don't have to fight a big epic battle at the end. That's fine. Okay, Ritual of Rebirth succeeds. You have successfully completed the Ritual of Rebirth, healing the world roots beneath Griffin Wood and granting the forest its glory and sentience once more. There will always be men driven by misguided bravery or foolishness who will try to claim the world's forests as their own, but the revitalization of the world roots in this region now mean that to do so here is to risk the wrath of the powerful spirits now returned to the dwells amongst the glades, burrows and branches. So, for the next 5 turns, we get a cooldown for the Deep Root teleportation. We have gained 1 piece of amber, 5,000 gold, and an abundance of growth for 10 turns. We're going to get plus 10 growth all provinces, plus 5 public order, plus leadership as well. So, awesome stuff. And I think to wrap that up, we can also build this building, which will give us some new units as well. But yeah, so I like, Lizardmen are probably my favourite faction. I'm going to really enjoy playing Wood Elves. They were probably my second favourite faction. Definitely not the second one I'm best with, but I think second favourite to play. They're very micro-intensive and quite hard to use, but I really enjoy them still. So guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap up the stream. I mean, we don't have much land, but you're not really expected to. But we do have the Griffin Wood at 100% now, and that will never change. Oak of Ages is up to over 100 as well, and what we may end up doing is actually invading the Wood Elves next time and just kicking Orion's butt, basically, which should be quite funny. So we'll either do that, or we'll teleport up here to the left to Lorlon's Forest, and then also raid Midland so we can continue with the quest to unlock the big scary tree man himself. But if there's anything you guys want to see quickly in the custom like battle screen or something, let me know, and I can like show you guys stuff for like 5 minutes at the end. But apart from that, let's get one of these. That's okay. So all Dryades, Treekin and Treemen will have poison. Yeah, that's good. So let's get that, because it only takes a turn. And we will save. So, stream 1. Happy face. Cool. So you've saved there. I hope you guys enjoyed and had a good time. I had a really good fun time as well. Playing along with you guys. Yes, I'd love to see Chieftain wrap prices. Cool. Let's exit to the main menu. Chieftain was kind of kept secret from everyone for some reason till today. I don't know why. But I've got a video out about him as well, so feel free to go check that out. Oh. So this is what I mean, I can't play with anyone. It's sad. But let's go to custom. This is what I'm talking about against dwarfs. You take this item here, the other Trix's Shard, minus 22% magic resistance, and then these ladies will clear through like Ironbreakers. Ironbreakers trade okay with them, but like Longbeards just get demolished. It's pretty awesome. So let's go Clan Molder. And you want to see the Chieftain, yeah? So he's 807 base, That is including the power grab, which I highly recommend bringing. Plus 8 leadership map wide when your lord is routed, so basically negates the effect. And is really funny thematically that he's just like, oh, my lord's dead. I'm the leader now. And everyone's just like, yeah, that follows him. And he also has Guardian as well, 15% physical resistance to those around him. Items he can bring, Skaven Brew, not going to be too unfamiliar to people who play Skaven. And Shield of Destruction as well, -5 melee attack around themselves. You can also chuck him for 450 gold on a Bonebreaker, which I recommend quite highly. He has Anti-Large, Frenzy, Armor Piercing, he's armored himself. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, honestly. If you like equip him all the way, if you really wanted to, he'd come to about just under 1.5k. I came too late. Don't worry, you can go back and check everything else out, McGlovin, and I've also got a replay up of me as Norska up against Frot the Unclean, so you can go check that out. And I'm just after this is done as well, I'm gonna make another video go live, which is me using the sisters of Twilight up against Empire, I think, up against the forces of Empire, explaining a little bit about their 2 shots as well, because the shot that's designed to kill infantry is actually better at killing single targets than the single shot if you're super close range, because it works as like a shotgun, and it's pretty brutal. But yeah, is there anything else you want to see, Blackthorn? If not, we'll close out the stream. But yeah, if you want to show, like, see the price on anything, and for people who are interested, asking about the dwarfs early on, Ungrim's had a few changes, but yeah, Grombrindle, you see down here, is now unbreakable, which is awesome, as he probably should have been all along. And Grombrindle has no fear, is now unbreakable and 24 melee defense, but no longer map wide, simply 55 meters. But dwarfs love a good box build, so I don't think that's going to change terribly much. Other really cool changes just off the top of my head that we can go through quickly are Vlad von Karstein. Now the ring can be cast as many times as you want. It does have a 2-minute cooldown, however, and is 66% damage resistance. He now has armor piercing, and he also has terror as well, which is really quite cool. And the other big change I noticed, because obviously I haven't gone through all of these, there's so many little changes, and remember guys, this isn't the final build necessarily. It's very close to the final build, but there could still be 1 or 2 changes, so take everything with a tiny grain of salt. But yeah, Khazrak has been improved, mainly because of his items. So Scourge now does plus 32 bonus versus infantry, as well as better splash attacks and stuff, armor piercing, base weapon damage, and the Dark Mail is now a consistent, so a constant 20% damage resistance, which is so much better when he's in melee, which is where he's going to want to be spending most of his time. Chaos got something, oh yes, and Chaos changes. So again, I haven't looked through all of this, I'm really waiting for patch notes because there's so much stuff that has changed, but the Mighty Sigvald is now really good. Because Footlords, for one, are a bit better now. He has charge defense against all, perfect vigor, which I think is new for him. Don't think he had that before. He's a 110 armor, silver shield as well, which is certainly no joke with that 60 melee defense. But he now gets slippery as well, so he increases that melee defense by 24. Plus has stand or die, which is another 24. So you increase it by 48, which is pretty insane stuff. He also has heroic killing blow. As for his armor, it's restore 8 hit points in combat, which I think maybe it was only restore 4 before, so maybe it's even tankier. But that perfect vigor is certainly no joke, and nothing to kind of scoff at. You LG. What's up, Silent Spaghetti? I'm literally just closing out the stream here. But yeah, you'll be very happy to know, bud, that Grombrindle is now unbreakable, which is really cool. So guys, I don't think anything really changed to Lizman, particularly, which is kind of sad. I think Nakai got a tiny increase to his charge bonus, but that's about it. But I don't think there's too many changes there. I think Tic-Tac-Toe, I don't know if he had fear before, maybe he did and I'm just blind, but it looks like he has fear and stuff. Meta Sigvald now. Sigvald is all Belegar wanted to be, it's true. But anyway guys, hope you did enjoy. If you did, feel free to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe for more Total War Warhammer content. As I said before, we have some early access replays already on the channel. Got one up, and I'm just about to put another one up after I close this stream out. And if you want to support the channel in any way, feel free to follow the links down below to like Patreon, donations, all of that stuff, and you can become a member on the channel if you wish. And guys, until next time, peace,